Look at the boy. Oh, look at the toys. Look at the toys. He went early because he's a dumbass and hit a button. You'll be fine. It's okay. I'm just sitting here an extra bit early today. Let me go ahead and make sure DB can't screw me over. Yep, no screwing me over. Let me kill everybody on Discord. Sorry, I hit the live button instead of the OK button, so now we're all here now. So I guess I'm going an extra half an hour. Can you spot some of the new stuff up there? What did DB do? DB likes to send me texts because he realizes that I forget to turn on Do Not Disturb. Also, is this thing even charging right now? Nope, it's not. Hang on a second. Also, look. A Paperno. A Paperno. A Paperno. On the wall, there's a Paperno. Not a single goddamn word he just said was English. Ah, there's the charger. Yay! We're charging shite. Also, I got to put the I have RGB strips and stuff. So, yeah, there we go. That looks good. Yeah. Uh-oh, Goose comes in. What'd Goose give me today? Goose. Jesus! That's going to be a good dinner. Thank you, Goose. I love you. I definitely will because, damn. Dude, thank you, Goose. I can't thank you enough. Everybody thank Goose. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you, Goose. What did DB do? Oh, DB's fine. It's just DB keeps on, when he realizes that I forgot to turn on Do Not Disturb, he likes to send me a string of texts so that my phone goes, so it's more like my problem. So it's not a big deal. He's fine as a person. It's just sometimes he gets a little bit of a tomfoolery to him. Yeah, tomfoolery. Let's call it that. Boo! An AK. Yeah, but there's an AR and there's also an FK. You want to see what's up there? Since I'm almost 30 minutes early, I'll show you the wall. That's a door. That's not the wall. Stuff, can we talk about things? One thing, not a whole lot. But check these out. So I'm watching my buddy's kendo, his actual Beretta tonight. Not ignoring you, Murky. Just calm down. I'm doing shit. So yeah, my buddy, the 1911 that he traded me, also created the Barry Burton. That thing's pretty. And for one of my other buddies, that is the FK Burno in 7.5 FK. We talking about your thing or someone else's thing? Feed me 9mm. I feed a lot of 9mm. Although the FK Burno shoots 7.5 or 10 mil in its stock mag configuration. But yeah. Also, thank you, United States Postal Service, for losing 3 guns. Also, the wall is very empty tonight. I'm sorry. I didn't think about... I was hanging out with some buddies that haven't been to the shop yet. So we were hanging out and, yeah, so... There's not as many guns up there because all the rifles are put away. What's up? 3 guns. So, yeah. So I made a deal with a buddy of mine, one of my subscribers, and the store, the FFL, shipped the guns, but the U.S. Postal Service hasn't sent them yet because they're a bunch of ding-dongs. Hey, cats, what's up? How you doing? So I'm waiting for them to find the guns. It's not 9 p.m. Yeah, I accidentally hit the go live button early, DB. Plus, we were talking about you, and we didn't want you in here when we were making fun of you. But yeah, and yeah, they still haven't found the guns. 3 guns haven't been updated since Monday. I'd be so pissed. Well, here's the thing, though, too. They're firearms. They are required to track those, and there is no tracking available since the initial scanning when they dropped the guns off at the post office. So literally, they've just done nothing, which is pissing me off. Also, sorry. Hola. Yep. You know, so let's try to keep a schedule. Aren't all firearms supposed to be second day? No, pistols are required to be second day, not long guns. Long guns are not required because long guns can go by ground. Yeah, so I spent a bunch of time on there, and also I got into a heated discussion with the lady at the post office because I'm talking to the place that sent the guns, and I'm talking to the post office, and she won't shut up so that I can talk to these guys. She keeps interrupting our conversation, so then I hang up with these guys, and I'm talking to her, and she says, she sounded like the lady from Monsters Inc.
Well, you should have actually contacted them before you called us and figured out who dropped it off and how they scanned it and all of that before you called us.
And I'm sitting there going, I don't know that I need to ask those questions. I'm calling you to find out what you need from them. And this lady was vile. Like, she's been working at the phone company since, or at UPS or United States Postal Service. See, I'm so angry I can't even get it out. But she's been working for USPS for so long. She was working back there when they still had horses. And she's using that as a reason to be an a-hole. I actually don't care either way, Uncle Jay. I can shoot either pretty well. Flat is more accurate for like up down if you ride high on your gun. Good job, piss off Fed at post office. Well, I told them I'm going to call the ATF if they don't find the package. Sniper is a roll, not a gun. Yeah.
Mike Wazowski.
Yeah, she was very pretty bitchy, you know. And literally, I asked her to stop over talking me because I was trying to explain what was going on. So she stops talking and then refuses to talk again. And then she hangs up on me. Like I'm not going to call back and file a complaint. Why can rifle go by ground and pistols need 2-day air? I'm not 100% sure why, Justin. I do know that it probably has something to do with the whole... Oh, thank you for the memberships, Goose. But I think it has to do with the whole 2118 thing. It's required to get there sooner or because of cost. I'm not 100% sure what the rule is. But thank you, DB. Thank Goose. Sorry, Goose. I can't think words. Sorry. My whole day got screwed up, so I apologize. They're not peacemakers, they're peacekeepers, son. I'm a all caps. Aw, you don't need the all caps. I hear you, buddy. Honk! Hi, Jim, liking the... No. You can type the word gun, dude. It's fine. How many guns do you have? No idea how many I actually have. But in terms of the store's got like 40 or 50 now, so we're getting there. Just picked up another AR-15 from a guy, a youngster who needed to sell one. Yeah, right now is not a good time to sell ARs if you're trying to sell your AR because literally everybody, their cousin and their uncle is trying to sell an AR right now. Needless to say, I did not give much for a complete Anderson AR. DB, I said this last time. Back down a little bit, dude. Womp womp, unless they spammed it. I didn't see that part. If they spammed it, that's fine, but typing womp womp doesn't bother me. What's the blue one in the back? That is a Tanfolio Witness. I actually just sold my AR, sadly, but you know, we live, laugh, and recover. Yep. No, unfortunately, I'm not taking on any employees at this time, Chris. Thank you. You're slow. I got you. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Randall, I'm not going to go over all of them. So, you know, that if I ignore that, just it's because I'm not going over each and every gun. At 9:30, I will show every gun on the wall, but I'm not going over it, dude. Those are simply 3D printed signs. In the words of John 3:16, keep calm and carry arms. Lol. Top right on left wall looks like a squirrel gun. Top right on left wall. Huh? Nice dongle. Thank you, sir. Which dongle? Oh, by the way, never hand me a butterfly knife because I don't know how to properly use one. Spell 100. 100. ONEHUNDRED. 100. This is the ATF. We are on our way. Sure you are. What's my favorite? 1911s. The Yeet. I want one of your guns, please. No. I love butterfly knives. Yeah, so my buddy handed me a butterfly knife, and the first thing I did was went like this without knowing how to use a butterfly knife. And he sharpened the blade recently, so the blade just kind of came back and cut my finger. Don't trust me with knives. You can trust me with guns all day long, but do not trust me with knives. Hearing protection passed, just like I've been saying for 6 months. Did it pass everything? I know it passed what? The Senate. Did it pass the House now? All right, so it passed the House. But it still has to pass Senate, right? Have you mastered the one-hand shotgun shot yet? No. God bless America and guns. You too, Joel. Trust no one. I trust everyone until they prove me otherwise. I'm from Iran. In Iran, I have real AK-47. That's a real AK-47. You buy one of his guns, just have it sent to your local FFL. Yep. That's a nice bandage. Thank you. It works. I'm not bleeding through it. Everybody gets a suppressor. How many aboard up? What is your favorite old school revolver? Mine are the Colt Navy and Schofield. I'm not a big revolver guy, and I don't like single action onlys like the 1873s. I don't like side gates or anything like that. If I have to go with something older, it'd be like the Webley 455 with the brake action because that's just cool. Otherwise, I'm going to go with something with the swing out cylinder. I've been able to shoot shotgun with one hand since I was 15. Grew up on a farm. What's your favorite? Bro, your gun is real? Or nope, no such thing as real guns. A 1911 is single action. The fuck you mean? I believe I answered that, but okay. Jim is an FRT good. What do they do? So forced reset triggers, they basically do what they say. They force the reset. So when you pull the trigger, it forces your finger back out to reset the trigger. So as long as it's installed properly, one pull of the trigger is one action versus like a binary. So a binary, which I have, when you pull the trigger, it fires around. When you release the trigger, it fires around. So an FRT is kind of like bump stocky, where it's forcing you, so you can keep on pulling your finger back as fast as you want, and it helps you reset the trigger as fast as you can pull. Hey, can we not swear? I'm only 5.5. If you were truly 5.5, you'd be gone. How do you feel about the Walther PPK or the series? They're too expensive, man. The new Walters, if you try to buy a new Walther PPK, cost is over $800. It's stupid. FRTs are just a commercial version of a rubber band. Yeah? What happened to your hand? Somebody gave me a butterfly knife. Would you recommend one for an RF-15? I would recommend a binary before I recommend an FRT. I mean, they're both completely legal, but it depends on what you're trying to do. If you have a fast finger, honestly, a binary would probably be faster than an FRT. Hello, Robert. Can't look away. I'm intrigued by the pew-pews. Yeah, Schofield 45 is single action, but it does break open. Oh, well then I accept. I like a single action revolver. I just don't like them where they have the side gate and you got to do the stupid thingy. Yeah, that's I use very descriptive terms here on the Jiminy Show. The thingy with the plunk. What are the next videos coming out going to be on? So, the re-review of the Alien is coming. The couch review of the SIG 1911X. I just got the FK Burno in for my buddy, so I'm going to do a video on that. I need to do the video, release the video on the Yeet Cannon. So I lied and said I was going to film a bunch of videos. I slept. It's just like filming, only completely different. Jansen, what is up? Every time I use a butterfly knife, I get cut, so I relate to you. Literally, the first time I've ever held a butterfly knife was today, and the first thing I did was I flipped it, and the blade went thunk right into my hand. So, where'd you get all those pew-pews? I got them from different sources. You'd go FRT, you don't like the binary. To each their own. Are you going to buy a CMMG? No. Don't flip the bite side towards your hand. I learned that the hard way. Nobody told me. My buddy handed me the knife. He's like, here's a butterfly knife. And I went, ooh. And it was so sharp, it didn't bleed right away. You ever have something that's so sharp that it cuts you and it takes a while before your body realizes it's cut kind of a thing? What's up? A lot of guns on the wall. Yeah, there's a lot of guns on the wall tonight, Michael. Jim, liking the shirt. Is there a website for it? No, I did a run of shirts a while back. I may do another run. Once I do them, I will make a video posting. The Fun Gun Guy. Yeah, I don't know why I made that video. Love the collection, thank you. How long you got the SIG for? 3 months. And I may actually wind up buying it, depending on if they give me a price that I accept. Love my butterfly knife. My brother showed me how to use it at a young age. Yeah, I wish he had showed me. Another question with the binary. How do you safely remove your finger from the trigger if you don't want to fire a shot on release? A good binary, like the Franklin Armory binary, it has on the 3-position switch, if you just put it back into semi mode while holding the trigger down, it will deactivate the binary trigger mechanism. So yeah, so when it's in binary mode and you pull the trigger, you just hold the trigger down, flip it back into semi, and it will literally stop it from firing the second shot. There's no sniper up there. The AK is sick. What is on it? It's a 1970 Romanian kit with the Romanian dong. Can you shoot it? Yeah, of course I can. 100%. It's for testing and evaluations, they are shootable guns. I think what happens is they'll send out the gun, and then if I send it back without trying to buy it, they'll just send it to another reviewer, as long as I don't frick it up. Do you buy them demilitarized at auction, then mill them out? I don't understand why you're asking that question. It's a standard. So the parts kits are all the parts except for the receiver. So it gives you the ability to build your own. So it's got a receiver from the United States. All the rest of the parts are Romanian. So not demilled, nothing like that. Do the drooling emoji next to the word dong. You might want to think about that. 9mm is better than 45. Everybody has their opinion. Do what you got to do, man. If you like the 45, great. If you like the 9, great. If you like 40 cal, full auto fire control groups are $40, but the FRT is $200. Make it make sense. You can put one in a gun. And you're not wrong. You can buy a full auto MP5 fire control group for like $300, but you can't put it in the gun. You put one in the gun, then you commit a felony. It's a imitation Star Wars blasters. I could use some help. And we had a debate at work today, and it ended in a tie. Was Prince and the Revolution pop or rock? They were 80s pop. I wouldn't call them rock. He had too much bass in his music for it to be rock. Does it shoot? Yes, it's based on a Ruger Mark IV target, and it's just dressed up. It's from the newer Star Wars series, the TV series. It's supposedly the same one that Bill Burr carried. It was intentional. Go Lord. All I need is a musket for home defense. Well, then get yourself a musket. Is it green screen? No, it's a green shirt. I'm not that fat. Brent says, thank you. You're welcome. What's a terrorist group and what's the first thing in the agenda? So what you need to do, Michael Barron, is stop using a cartoon character as your avatar, and people might take you seriously. Hey, CWL, we were just talking about you, bud. Post office lost your guns. Why no shotgun? Because normally I keep shotguns up there, but I was late getting ready, and then I accidentally went live early, so a combination of me being a dumbass, I just didn't put up any. What gun would you use if somebody was breaking into your house? My shotgun, I've got a 930 tactical loaded with buckshot. What guns were they? They were trade-ins that were being shipped to me. Hello, Sigma. How you doing? My name is Sigma, and I am a Sigma. Because I am a Sigma, you can call me Sigma. Sigma, 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 ma 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 ma. Ma 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 ma. First gun that comes to mind. Blunderbuss. I thought too long. It's over. It's always 1911. Always in 1911. Yep, I'm way early, and since I started in the middle of the hour. Did you bite your finger at lunch? Nope, I decided to touch a knife. Favorite guns are 1911s. Colt 1911s are okay. Depending on what year they're built, yeah. Anything between 87 and 2023, no. Okay, that's a lie. Like 2009 and 2023, during their last company ownership before they went bankrupt again, no. So my buddy, Woody Wood, handed me a butterfly knife, and I've never used a butterfly knife. I'm not afraid to admit that or ashamed. First thing I did was I grabbed it, loosened it, and flipped it, and I flipped it the wrong way. So Sharpie Edgy went into my fingy dingy. No Desert Eagles. We've known for years, don't give Joe a knife. I've said it for years, man. That's why some of these tattoos are where they are. Right here, this one is covering the scar from where I stabbed myself with the knife. There's multiple ones on my hands. But yeah, 3 of my tattoos cover stab wounds. Self-inflicted. Would you consider one of the coolest things to come in a gun box besides the gun? Henrys, they all come with an extra piece of paper that demands that you check the chamber before you do anything with the gun, and it's checked by 4 other people before the Henry leaves the factory, because Henry, even though they had all these checks in place, managed to send out 2 guns with live rounds in them. So technically live rounds. What's up, Mouse? I like the short video you did today. Thank you. And just as I thought, my buddy traded me back my my SPO1. So as soon as I get those rosewood grips, baby, my SPO1 is back. And he did a trigger job and a spring job to it. So how much guns do you own? Oh, at least 4. Did you need stitches? Nah, dude, just some paper towel and electrical tape. You let the pressure hold it up and it binds it. It wasn't like down to the bone or anything, but it was enough to bleed. So nice guns. Thank you, Elijah. Call your representative and demand they do the will of the people. Good luck. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Yeah, so I need you guys to hit the like button because I have to spend a lot of money on Band-Aids, and I can't rely on just Goose, even though Goose is the man. For those of you that don't know, Goose donated another $200 because he's like a super fan. Someday he's going to track me down and make me go fishing with him, and I'm bringing the bait. What state are you in? Virginia, and I try to shoot every week. What the frick? They lost them? So, apparently the post office in the town where they're sending them out from sometimes just doesn't send out the mail. According to the lady at the gun store, sometimes they just don't send out the mail. So they checked them in, they scanned them when they took them, and then they just put them somewhere. They're in the mail, buddy. I hope they get there. I'm sure they will, Mouse. I just don't like freaking post offices. Do you have a minigun? I have the Bodyguard 380, which is a miniature gun. Try Hellcat Comp? Nope, I have not, although it would be fine. What do you fish with? Last time I went fishing, we just used artificial lures, just like worms and stuff, fake worms. I'll just, whatever people give me, I take. So if they spam Mouse, then you can go ahead and kick them, especially if they're spamming stupid stuff. But if they're trying to correct themselves, you know, obviously use your best judgment. You actually cleaned your boat today. Wait, you got a boat? I don't know that. Short Act is on the table, and JD Vance says he will be a tiebreaker. Ah. Do I own an FFL or work for a shop? I own my own FFL. Sigma, don't ask the same question over and over. Holy shit! Lycan. Thank you very much, Lycan. Holy crap, $100 donation. You did not have to do that, but thank you, thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. I'm going to buy so many tacos. You love that M&P 2.0 metal. It's a good gun. It's my buddy Stone's. I got to send it off. Do I have a military sniper? No, I don't own a single person. Why do I think you're a little bit young? How old are you, Sigma? Best bait is stink bait. Yeah, my buddies, they do weird stuff all the time. Did I just lose the live stream? Sorry, my computer's freezing up. I still haven't found my Cat 6 cable. So that was Untitled Goose that donated to you, J-Dog. So you got a free membership from Untitled Goose. He bought you dinner first. Oh, no, Goose bought me dinner. Lycan bought me dessert. If I wasn't broke, I would send you money. Trey, I don't need money. People that come in and donate, these people that do this, they're supporting the channel. They help me buy the ammo and some of the guns that I shoot on the channel, so I really do appreciate it when people do. But yeah, I am not, like I said, I'm not an e-beggar, so trust me, when somebody wants to go out of their way to donate to the channel, holy shit, it blows my mind. So just kind of, no, I want to leave spammers a little bit if they get racist or start offending other people. I had a post office that only sent mail out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, small middle of Butte, frick, nowhere. Yeah, but this isn't a pretty big town, so it doesn't make sense that this one didn't. I will provide those taco. Oh, you're the original Taco King. How you doing? I like carne asada. Every time I see you live, your wall gun gets bigger. Gun wall gets bigger. I've been reorganizing it and changing it up. I think we're at the final thing. However, I did get another piece of pegboard, so I can even make it wider. If I want to push the camera all the way back, I can completely cover this other wall too. So, what do you have to be? 18? To be in here on the channel, at least 13. All my videos are not for children. 13 is considered the limit, minimal age. Digging the dong in frame today. JK, I've been digging everything you've been putting out, my man. Thank you, Broke. You got an AR-15. Videos. Look up. Look at the guns on the screen before you ask me what I have. That background is fake. Sure. I like the new spot. Low-key looks better than before for sure. Yeah, so I converted, this was my bedroom, and I converted it into my filming office. So I stopped donating because he keeps making me buy guns instead. Yeah, I keep making you. Tell yourself that when you sleep at night. Need a turkey barrel for my maiden turkey shotgun. Lol. Are they airsoft? Nope. Stone Baby, what's happening? Maddie 45 454. What's that pistol on the top left of your YouTube play button? I love the wildness, weirdness. Top left, if you're talking about the little guy, that's a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard M&P 2.0. If you're talking about the black one above the Beretta, that is the IFG, Italian Firearms Group, 7.5 FK Berno. Shoots the 7.5 Berno. It's a 10 millimeter case, neck down to a 7.5 millimeter bullet. What's your favorite gun you have? 1911s, just in general. No Glocks? Yeah, there's a Glock up there. Shitty Glock. There's Glocks, just Glocks aren't worthy. Shiz that came in today? Yeah, so my buddy came and looked at it. He said I can make a video on it. The only thing they didn't send, so when I bought it from the distributor, I also got him the 10 millimeter conversion barrel, and it was supposed to come with a box of ammo. They didn't send the box of ammo. They sent it separate, so I'm waiting for the ammo to show up. I can't pick up guns on live streams, and the gun that I'm currently favoriting is the one I'm carrying, and if I pick up a loaded gun on YouTube, they'll freak the shit out. Yes, I do like the M&P 2.0 metal. The M&P isn't my favorite gun in the world, but it's pretty solid. So the short you posted today, out of those 3, which do you prefer? What did I post today? Shows me how much I don't pay attention to my own stuff. If you're talking about the range video, I like my 1911. I want the burner gun. Have you heard of it? Yes, the less lethal get away from me gun. Yes, but they're very expensive. And since I'm allowed to have firearms and I have a concealed carry, I'd rather spend that $400 on a real gun. Would you rather have a Glock 29 or a Smith & Wesson? I would never take a Glock over anything. I love Glock so much I got a tattoo. He's not wrong. I love my chatter so much I have a tattoo. But no, I do not. I made you something for a Glock 19 Gen 5. It goes on the accessory rail. Oh, I can't wait to see it. I'll do a live unboxing. Am I open to collabs with smaller inspiring YouTube channels? I really don't do any collabs, period, because that's not what my channel's about. I'm not a interactive gun channel. I apologize. I'm not trying to say anything towards anybody that does, but I'm not like Demo Ranch, Kentucky Ballistics, Brandon Herrera, anything like that. I'm more just doing my thing. Sorry. Lycan, you want a dono face-off? Uh-oh, shit. No, we don't need a dono face-off. You are still winning. It's cool. You accidentally scratched off the serial number. Sucks to be you. My wife's dad has a Berna, and I'm not going to lie, they suck a lot, but it's not unbearable. Oh, you guys actually you took like the pepper balls and shit? That's brave. Hello, Austin. Nice. You should do an unboxing video. I made some stuff on your blue STI, too. Definitely, dude. As soon as I get it, I'll open it just like I did with the alien with the boobs. By the way, I sent my SDS rep. So Jared, who's the SDS guy who I'm trying to get guns from, who said they're sending me a gun, but he's on his way to the Indy 500 this weekend, so I probably won't hear from him until next week. I sent him a picture of me and the boobs. Look, Joe, I own almost as many guns on the wall as you. Yeah, when you look at the wall, there's at least 2 up there that are yours. 3. So the M&P, the CZ, and the Alien. Those are yours. Rincon, no, I don't do collabs. I'm not that kind of a YouTube guy. Damn, you hella goofy looking. What's up with your eyes? I don't know. What's up with your brain? Why are your brain cells so far apart that you think it's appropriate to be an asshole? CZ or Walter? CZ, you want to sell some guns to the Mafia? Nope, no thank you. I own an FFL. If you are interested in actually purchasing a firearm from an FFL, do an FFL transfer, yeah, feel free to hit me up in my emails. You made a bunch of stuff. I hope you like it, and I hope it makes her safely. Me too, dude. I'm sure it will. What's up, A-Rod? I still beat off to that photo. Dude, you and me both. Couldn't hit the broadside of a barn with any of them. No? Here's a weird thing. Why the fuck are you shooting at a barn, dumbass? I bought my first RMR. I only have Holosun so far. Is it worth the money? They are extremely tough and reliable, so if you're looking for like your carry one and done, sure. I am unfortunately a YouTuber, Maddie. I came out as YouTuber sexual. You have to be so miserable to come into a live stream and hate. No, they just think they're funny. Jim, check cash. Jeez, you did. Holy shit. So, Lycan, Goose just came in with another $200 dono. So, Goose. Dude, I feel like I should fly you in just to go fishing at this point. You can sleep on the couch, the world famous couch. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Oh. Thank you, Goose. What are your thoughts on color? What do I think about colored firearms? Do you mean like firearms that don't have like a obvious orange tip and stuff? It is difficult for police in the heat of the moment. If somebody calls the police and tell them there's somebody with a gun in the area, they have to respond as fast as possible. Way back in the day, people got shot with laser tag because they were holding laser tags guns. Wow, yeah, no, that's freaking crazy, dude. Lycan salutes you, Goose. I think Lycan is saying that you are the winner, and Jesus Christ. I'm gonna buy you a staccato. I'm gonna buy you a drink. Jiminy is going to have to buy some knee pads for when Goose comes to visit. Dude, I'm just gonna lay down and just take it like a man. Hey man, thoughts on the Ruger RXM? It's a perfectly good gun. The thing that makes the RXM most interesting is the removable fire control group. The fact that you can put it in different chassis and make like a 19X or a 26 out of it is pretty damn awesome. Yeah, like I said, Goose. I'm calling them first thing when they open in the morning, figure out what the heck is going on, and get them to you ASAP, man. I'm sorry. Dude, I already spoke to them. It's fine, brother. They dropped them off. They did their job. They took them to the post office. It's the post office's fault that they haven't gotten to me yet. I don't think I'm going to see them until Tuesday because the Memorial Day's on Monday. All your guns are out of the closet. Sweetie, you don't know how in the closet some of my guns are. Some of them are so in the closet, they think that they're arrows. Is it legal to make your own ammo? Absolutely. There are rules to selling it, but making it, it's like having your own microbrewery. Screwing with you, Lycan. I love you. Goose is a good guy. Honk. What grips are those on the bottom 1911? Those are stars. So both the 1911 and the Beretta up there are Resident Evil clones. The 1911 is mine. The Beretta is my buddy Alex. What gun mount? Thoughts on the AR pistol? It works. I think I'm an Edge. Well, they're $200, so edge away. What's going on in the post office in your area? My post office is fine. It's the one that they're coming from. What AK? It's the Romanian. Free honk in this economy. You can honk. Absolutely. Thoughts on the PSA brand? They need better quality control. So I recently picked up the PSA Rock 5.7, which is the one with the big dot optic on it there. And the optics plate had a burr on it, so I couldn't even mount it correctly. Jesus! Goose! Sending 10 more memberships. Let's see if DB gets one this time. Is your finger okay? It'll be alright. Butterfly knife, man. Big Dog, Not Don Sims, Jake. God, I missed the shite, brother. I love this chat. Y'all are the funniest people ever. The lady at the post office was nice to me. She helped me with how many stamps I needed to use. Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. Thank you, Goose. Hey, man, what's the best pistol to buy for somebody just starting to practice is 2A? If you're looking for one gun, and this is the only time I say this, if you will just want one gun, home defense, protection, carry, blah, 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 get a Glock. If you want to actually enjoy the firearm and have some enthusiasm for the sport, anything else. CZP 10 line, Smith & Wesson M&P line. Both of those are on the wall up there. Any 1911 that isn't California or Massachusetts compliant. Any other gun. But if you just want one gun, yeah, Goose says the same thing there too. TP9 Elite, that's an excellent choice. The sub carry is full size dot ready and great shooting guns. Far Out, what's up? Would you buy a 5.45 AK? Ammo is hard to get. No, I probably wouldn't, just because I don't like AKs. Salute from Argentina. Thank you, Axel. What's up, little inside information? Ruger just bought out Anderson Manufacturing. That almost makes sense. I want me a Kuna Fascio. It's on my list. The new Kuna, it does look pretty good. You're going to have to do some custom fitting to get your accessory to fit your Glock 19. Lols. I have to get another Glock 19. My buddy bought the Glock 19 today and a chassis system. So, is the Holosun 507 any good? Absolutely. 507s are great. What's your opinion on systems? I'm really thinking about buying one. If you get the foundation line, which is their entry level line, then they're worth it because they're the same price as a Glock while giving you more features. But any of their MR, DR, CR line with the expensive shite, no, they're not worth nothing. You need to get a 10 millimeter. You should. I have two. I've got two personally. Buy a Legion as your first gun. Never buy anything else. Maybe miss rent for like a month. Also, when they come to collect the rent, you have a Legion. Do you like the 5.7 round? It gets a lot of hate. I don't think it gets hate. Who says it gets hate? It's a non-useful round in day-to-day life, but it's a good round to shoot. I honestly have never heard it getting hate, though. If you can give me an example on who's giving it hate, I'd love to check that out. Won't fit on a 17. I tried. It won't fit on my 19, but mine are Gen 3s. I'll let you know. Sounds like I'm in for something interesting. I'm grabbing a Glock 45 tomorrow, so it'll probably be one of those. Orion, what is up? What is going on? How much do the chassis systems on a Glock run? Depending on which manufacturer you go with. So you can get them from like Meta Tactical. They're a few $100. You can get some from other manufacturers that are cheaper or more expensive. But you're always going to spend a few $100 if you want something quality. Goose comes in with another 5 members. Goose has donated 20 memberships today and $400. So everybody thank the shite out of Goose tonight. Goose is on fire. Alex got one. Big Z. Gulf Coast got one. Nice. Is the CR920 XP good? It's not good. It's a Gen 3 Glock, man, for like $700. The Beretta 71 is so cool, man. I'm excited. I did some research and really cool history. I think you're going to enjoy it, dude. It was between Springfield and Ruger got it. Awesome. I ordered ammo online 6 weeks later. My FFL told me to try to reorder and credit me the $1 I spent on the new one. What happens if eventually the original box comes in? So if you spent the money and it hasn't been refunded yet and you got your replacement ammo and the new ammo, a lot of times the places you order the ammo from will tell you to just keep it. It's kind of like when you order from Amazon, they lose your order, you get your money back, and then it shows up. They tell you to just keep it anyway. Same situation. I need a new IKEA desk. I broke mine. Goose is dumb, man. Yeah, I'm not hiring anybody, big boss. Sorry, bro. Glock 45 is the best Glock if there is such a thing. I'm going to compete with that response there, actually, far out. I'm going to say the 47 is probably a little bit better of a choice just because it gives you the longer barrel and you can run a 19 slide on it, thus making a Glock 45. So I'm going to personally go out on a limb and say the 47 is better because it's got a 45 frame with a longer barrel. You've got a Glock, but now you're in a Smith & Wesson. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you. I apologize for the long question. It's fine, Paul. Jiminy, the ammo place I told you about is having 5% off sale right now. I'm going to check them out. I also have another company that makes 5.56 ammo. They gave me a free box, so I'm going to check them out. You just got your M&P 15 Sport 2. What do you recommend for attachments? The most typical attachments for a Sport 2, because that has the A2 front handguard, would be like a new rear sight and an optic, maybe a hand stop. You could also, if you want to upgrade it, maybe look at like a trigger grade. 47 or 34. I like the 34 because of the overall length. 47 is the same length as a 17. It just has the shorter guide rod in it, so it can also take the 19 on that frame. So I'd go with a. I would go with the 47 over the 34 over the 47 just for length. I've got 2 of those Kiger 9Cs. I've seen those. You like the Dong AK? Nice. What happened? What do you mean, Mexican? Would you add anything to a Springfield Echelon? Just an optic. So the one I sold my buddy Alex, it has the Sharps Brothers frame on it, and he really likes that one. Not a Dong fan, but I respect it. I'm not either. That's actually my buddy's. It's up for sale in my store. Hope you like the 71 when it gets to you. Yeah, so we were talking about that. Alex was in the store today making another sale, deal, whatever. And we were talking about that one. I gotta say, the wall's looking like a hat store, but for guns instead. It kind of is, Big Boss. It's just kind of the way it goes. And actually about 80% of those firearms are actually for sale through my store. Sharps Brothers Grip makes it the most comfortable handgun I've ever had. It fits you perfectly. Nice. Can you put a 43 slide on a 17 frame? No, you cannot. The width is wrong and the lockup is in the wrong spot. It would not work. It would just jam. Do you think manufacturers will continue to make 30-30 ammo, or is it dying out? Let me see, because before I say anything, I want to see how many are currently offering 30-30 ammo. I know 30-30 ammo is still relatively available in terms of like different manufacturers. So I'm going to just give you a rundown of the different manufacturers currently making 30-30. And so Aguila, Magtech, Hornady, PPU, Hornady Revolution, Seller and Bellet, Remington, Barnes, Federal, Fusion, Winchester, Nosler. Yeah, no, it's not going anywhere, my guy. There's a lot of manufacturers. Nice, Alex, being more curious than Wind City Army. He's the best FFL. Thank you. Is that a green screen? Nope, just a green t-shirt. If it was a green screen, my shirt would be guns. Anyone in chat have an Echelon? I think it's the greatest handgun. It's not the greatest, but it's a good one. 30-30 was a pretty penny last time I picked some up. It's not too bad. Retail price is anywhere from 29 to 35 bucks, depending on where you get it from recently. Since we're talking about Glocks, you ever try a Lone Wolf? Lowers basically made myself a 34 that fits my hand better. Regular one was too big for my hands. I've shot a Lone Wolf. I haven't done a build or put one together like a build. That would actually be interesting. So I'm guessing you just need a 17, the full size frame, and then the 34 would fit on it. PPU makes very good ammo. I got them Kiger 9Cs for $150. I don't think I would buy them for retail, which is $400, $500. No, $150 is a great price to jump on one. 4 to 5 is way too much. What do you think about the full-size PSA dagger? I've only messed with the compacts. I want to get my hands on the full-size, honestly. Oh no, the new pegboard. You can hang your toys like gummy worms. LOL! Yeah, those ones. Hold on one second. What's he gonna grab? Don't worry about it, it's fine. But he's a weirdo. Yeah, we know. But he's not safe. What's he doing, Mama? He's doing his level best, Junior. Damn, you sound like Dad.
I do. That's amazing.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. So I just got this barrel, which is going on my Fusion Firearms XF Pro as soon as it gets here. They call it the Chameleon barrel. It's a threaded Gen 3 barrel. So I think that's going to look really good on the XF Pro when it gets in here. So they told me it's ready. I'm technically bought the tits for tonight. You did, but I really don't know if I should be putting those on tonight. But I promise you, I tell you what, I'll do it Monday night, Goose. Are you going to be around Monday night? I promise you, I got to wash my bikini anyway. Yeah, so this is a cool one. It's called the, yeah, like I said, they call it the Chameleon. And I think it'll look good on the firearm. I will wear them for an hour another night. I'm just not prepared to wear them tonight. My neck hurts a little bit, sorry. And they're very heavy. There's specific caliber you expect to see being completely depleted in production. Not really. There's plenty of production for all the popular calibers. Also, a lot of times, like during the COVID, Federal had like 1 billion rounds already produced, but they didn't have boxes, so they refused to send it out. LGBTQ plus barrel. Well, this is going to go with the titties. I'm going to stick it right here. What is the AK on the wall behind you? Does a Chamberlain. What? Should I go with 9mm autoloader or 357 revolver for my handgun? I'm also on a budget. Autoloader if you're on a budget, because a 357 you're going to be looking at probably in the $390 to $400 range for a reliable one. For an autoloader, you can get something like a Taurus G2C or even a Smith & Wesson SD9 for a few $100, and it'll be as if not more reliable. Dude, my neck is finally feeling better. Yeah, I mean, that's good to hear, Mouse. I'm happy for you. All right, I'm out, fellas. My work here is done. Goose came in and was an absolute king, so everybody thank Goose for being a master this tonight. Like I said, if you want me to, I will wear the boobs for an hour on Monday, especially since the first hour is when people come in anyways. So do you want me to do it? That's funny. I don't know about Federal during COVID, the boxes. That's ridiculous. Yeah, they refused to send their ammo out because they didn't have boxes. What's the AK on the wall chambered in? Oh, 7.62 by 39. I do need. Gotcha. What do you think about 10mm 1911s? I like all 1911s regardless of the caliber. I like them in 38 Super, 9mm, 45, 10. 40 I'm not a fan of, but yeah. You do? All right. So, all right. I will wear the boobs for an hour on Monday. Or as long as you're on the live. Kick the tires and light the fires, Goose. I don't know, man. Be careful about the boobs. I think gave you shadow ban. No. What gave me the shadow ban was the age-restricted lives, and those age-restricted lives were not the boob lives. They were two different lives that had nothing to do with the boobs. The boobs actually are my most popular ones that have never been affected. If you get the trades, please don't laugh too hard at the Taurus. I was building it to be a 22 race gun, then it came out the competition model and squashed my plans. Dude, honestly, I wanted that one just for myself for fun. I may actually just get a competition one and swap out the triggers. I just did it because it's 3 more guns to put in my store and make some videos on. What's the advantage of 38 Super versus 9mm in a 5-inch 2011? It's a longer case, so it has more powder, and the bullets are generally a similar weight, usually 125 to 130 grain versus 115. There's just a lot more power behind a 38 Super. Are people touching themselves to it? What, the boob live streams? Probably. What if you did something else instead? We'll see. What's your take on pocket carry 380 or 9mm? 9mm personally, but honestly 45 because I pocket carry a 1911. During COVID, Federal was sending 77 grain law enforcement ammo in 69 grain boxes because the stock had to pull a few to confirm. Jesus. I missed your response. What's your favorite 9mm? It's hard for me to say because I like 1911s and 9mm. So probably like currently my favorite would be my Gerson double stack 1911. Well, technically it's a 2011 in 9mm because it's my best shooting gun. Yes, Spec V is on my list. Nice. 38 Super is not straight walled. 38 Super is literally an extended 9mm casing. I need to put this back on my AR. So, this is a 9mm cartridge. And that's a 38 Super. They are not straight wall. They are basically a 9mm cartridge with more case, more powder. Do you have to have big hands to control a 2011? Not really. If the gun is set up right, it should handle recoil on its own. Bigger hands don't hurt. Boom, 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 boom. How's the 1911 SIG X? Honestly, I meant to film stuff, but I was so tired over the last few days, I just slept. Bruce, what's up? Quick, I'm ordering DoorDash. What should I get? Taco Bell last time was Friday, was $78 before tip. Holy crap. Chick-fil-A. Did the wall get bigger? I've added panels, so there's 2 panels. It's in a corner now. Originally, I did it so that you could see the computer as well, but the computer is kind of hidden, so oops. Thoughts on Bull Armory? Bull Armory makes some decent stuff. Bull Armory has been making race guns and good style guns for a long time. I mean, they are slightly tapered. I would say they are straight wall when it comes to reloading. Yeah, but straight wall, I mean, these are technically rimmed cartridges, though. Not rimmed, excuse me, not rimmed cartridge, but they're, fuck. What's the correct word? I mean, they're just autoloader cartridges. Does 6.5 kick harder than 30-06? Don't know. I don't know. Somebody else will have to tell you. Yeah, rimless. Yes, so they're rimless cartridges, but they're not straight wall. Yeah, probably was thinking when we were talking about 38, he probably thought we meant special. Chicken it is. No Chick-fil-A on DoorDash, so it's Raising Cane's. I've never had Raising Cane's. I heard it's really good. Back in the 90s, you could have bought everything on the menu. Shit, man. $78 if you don't use DoorDash, you still can buy everything on the menu. Could I hypothetically make an AR-10 in 303? I mean, that's a long action, right? I mean, technically, maybe. I'm not sure, dude. I don't know. I don't know long guns that much. You think you finally cooked chicken perfectly? Dude, I make boneless chicken, a.k.a. eggs. Straight wall to me means it doesn't have a neck. I don't know how to reload cartridges with a neckline. Never tried it. Looks intense. If you have the right machine, it just kind of crimps it down for you, because 5.56 is not a crimped cartridge. Cane's is pretty mid until you use their sauce. That's the friggin' deli. Gotcha. Chicken tartare is good. Chicken tartare, as in raw? AR-10 is short action. I was not in the Marines. I don't eat crayons. Send me your address. I'll get you some Korean barbecue. Send me an email and I'll send you my address. I always overcook chicken because I think it's not cooked enough. Understood. I want a Maverick 88 security with corncob stock. I think it's dope. What's the most I should pay for it? Depends on where you get it. Most Maverick 88s are under $300. Many are under $250. If it's used, I wouldn't pay more than a couple of $100 for anything. 30-06 is long action. Gotcha. Thank you. Thoughts on 320? I'm tired of talking about the 320. Yes, they go bang on their own. Yes, they have uncommanded discharges. Yes, SIG handled it like a bunch of idiots. No, I don't think the guns are overly dangerous because they affect guns up until 2021. Newer guns all have the recall and the fix done to it. You're bringing your best friend to the range tomorrow? Yeah, if it's that hard to reload 5.56, I'd pass too, man. Was never in the armed forces, my friend Francis. I got my Weatherby Orion under over. It's worth $1,200 now. Nice, dude. What's my favorite SIG? My favorite SIG is probably the 226 X5 Classic, which is their all-steel gun in stainless finish. You paid $400 for your Orion. Nice. The 9mm and 38 Super is still crimped slightly, so the bullet stays in. Crimpy, easy part of the seating and crimp for. Yeah, but it doesn't have like that weird super crimp on it. You know what I mean? It's compressed. I wouldn't call it super. I wouldn't call it like dimple crimp. Side-by-side shotguns, I think, are cool with pump action. Are they kind of pointless? No. Side-by-sides serve an absolutely specific purpose. Certain sporting events only allow side-by-side. Certain hunting types, a side-by-side is cooler. No, pump actions are what they are. Ever since Chris Kyle, I stopped bringing buddies to the range. Well, that's the crazy thing. Chris Kyle didn't get killed by a buddy. He got killed by basically a stranger that he was taking to help get over PTSD. He knew who the guy was, but it wasn't exactly like his buddy. Do I like steak? What cut? T-bone and New York strip are my two favorite, and medium rare. A little bit of blood. It's not hard to reload, at least for the setup I have. Nice, Daryl. You're going to buy your daughter a lever action 22. Any advice? She loves lever actions. Yeah, just go with like a standard Henry H001. It's like your bog standard 22 long rifle. It's tube fed. You can usually get 10 to 12 rounds in there. It's a great lever action, and they run well. And they're a couple hundred to a few $100. Tactical over under? Nah, I'm good. Just don't bring dudes with PTSD. Yeah. You Google your friends, no reason not to know. I am online, so my life is pretty much an open book, so anybody that wants to know pretty much knows. And just like I thought, we reached the 1 hour mark. Subscriber just dropped off. What's up, Nukem? Can you bring your depressed friend to the range? You can bring anybody to the range that is legally allowed to own, possess, or shoot firearms, but you should really think twice before you take somebody that's depressed to the range. Make sure that their depression is not the kind that they're going to act on. Now, somebody being down in the dumps, I've gone shooting when I didn't feel great, and it's cheered me up a little bit, but it all depends on the type of mood the person's in. Not sure if it's been brought up already, but what are your thoughts on the hearing protection? I think it's a great thing. It's a one step closer to getting things taken off of the NFA. It will also reduce the price of suppressors because they'll be made in much larger numbers because more people will have access to them, which will then help in the long run, but it'll also set a precedent for getting more items off the NFA. So I think it's a good motion. It's not factory crimp, but you don't really need those unless defensive rounds. You get chambered over and over with my full power magnums. Yep. What movie was that where Chuck Norris had a sawed-off over-under? I remember seeing that as a kid and always wanted one. Oh, dude, I can't remember. And Chuck Norris did so many movies in the 80s. Yeah, all you people, believe it or not, just hitting the like button helps grow the channel naturally and organically through the algorithm, which is always a problem. The algorithm likes to screw Joe over. So, appreciate all your help. Also, in 1 minute, I'm going to stand up and show you the new guns that have come in. I will kind of glance over all of them. And yes, there's a couple of big bare spots on the wall. I forgot to put up a couple of long guns. Also, I am a glizzard. I have not put a battery in this light in like 4 years. For some reason, this one still works. Do I like John Wick movies? I like the first one. The second one started getting absurd. 3 and 4 are just popcorn movies. 3 and 4 have turned into the Expendables, but instead of having 5 characters that are unbeatable, it's just Keanu Reeves. If I were to hunt, what game would I be interested in? Boar and deer, probably. The Yeet Cannon is a beautiful work of art. Yeah. Well, Goose sent enough money, I could just pay for it now. That way I can take it off my books and then own it, and then I can shoot it. Do I like the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? I've only seen bits and pieces, but it's interesting. If you were to buy a Shadow Systems 9mm, what would it be? I wouldn't buy Shadow Systems. Number one, I would only look at the Foundation series if I was forced to look at a Shadow Systems, but you'll never get me to willingly buy Glock clones. Unless they offer something special like the RXM with its removable fire control unit. Can I use 5.56 bullets in a rifle that uses 223? You're going to damage the gun. Will it happen right away? Could, depending on the age of the firearm, but you don't want to be running 5.56. 5.56 runs at about 58 to 60,000 PSI, whereas 223 runs at around 45,000 PSI to 50,000 PSI. There is a huge difference in pressure. You can damage your extractor, your ejector, the bolt face. You can damage a lot of parts on a gun by running too powerful of a caliber through it. I meant Google case specs. There's no reason to be guessing. Oh. I'm on 6 months of testing the fake X300 Ultra Surefire, and the batteries last longer than my real one. That's too funny. You have a single stage reloading press. I got it at a gun show for $15. I've been super tempted to send it to you with a set of 38 super dies. Oh man, you're just trying to mess with me, bro. I don't know how many more rounds I'm planning on putting through that gun, to be honest with you, Mouse. I've had some fun shooting it. I may not go over 500 rounds through it, and we're at 200 right now. I'm gonna wind up putting it up. It's gonna go into one of my safes, my other safes that I don't take my guns out of, just to keep me from doing something stupid with it. Unless it's 223 Wild. Yeah, but 223 Wild is not a caliber, even though 224 is. 223 Wild is just the name of the barrel of the actual chambering. So, what about 460 Roland? I don't have much experience with it, but it's a fun one. I never used it, dude. Nice. What's my thoughts on comps for handguns? I'm fine with them. My Gerson, my 2311, my Match X is comped, and the thing shoots like a sewing machine. That M&P carry comp is comped, and those shoot really well. You got to keep it. I made you stuff for it. No, I'm not getting rid of the gun. I'm just not going to, I don't know if I'm going to shoot it a lot just because it's expensive. Now, if I wind up making a 9mm barrel for it, then I will shoot it a lot more, but I don't, it's a cool gun, but I need to change the optic to modernize it and then change the barrel to a 9mm. Hey, CG, if you were hunting Bigfoot, what are you bringing to take him down? Honestly, I would bring care and compassion because I believe he's an individual with thoughts, dreams, hopes, and he just happens to have a hairy ass. Brand new single stage press could get you started on reloading. You are such an evil person, man, Mouse. You're just trying to get me into reloading. I just like buying ammo. Oh, shit. All right, let's show you some close-ups on a couple of these cool-ass guns. I would change barrel to 9mm on the STI if I were you. 9mm's cheap. Yeah. Brands that have compatible Smith & Wesson mags. It's a little more difficult because a lot of companies like to manufacture mags to their own specs on purpose just to avoid that. No! I dropped the charging cable. Damn it. Also, I'm going to bring in all my LEDs and run them up in the ceiling so it brightens up the corner. So let's talk about a few of the guns that weren't up here before. So, number one, Alex traded me back my CZ 75 SP01, but he put in some springs and stuff, so that's cool. Bullshit, you would panic and pop the Sasquatch. I would not. I might pop a Dougie, but that's the FK Burno. If you guys have never seen one, I'm going to be doing a couch top video on that. That's the 7.5 FK Burno. Really cool. And that's Alex's Stars Beretta. He also built the Samurai Edge 1911, which is mine, and then the Beretta is still his. It's pretty cool. Anything special to talk about? I stripped out the slide, so I can't put an optic on my Influencer X anymore, so that's back to iron sights only. And then, of course, yeet! And cheap carry gun for people. A few $100, you guys can always get into those. Oh, and apparently one of my para ordnances are there. I totally forgot the gun was there. So, let me get my charging cable. I'm surprised you didn't put the VP70 up. I was going to, Alex, but after you left, Brandon and Jacob and everybody stood around talking for so long, and I had to go get Excedrin, so I didn't walk out of my store until like 7:30. So I ran out of time to put stuff up. That's why there's no extra long guns up here on the wall either. I will have it up for Monday's stream, though. Let me go ahead and do this. Did DB leave because I asked him to stop removing comments? Jesus Christ. Come on, DB. Sack up, dude. It's like my grandmother always said, cowboy up. Thank you very much, Joe. I know this is not Korean, but technically Indian people are also Asians. So thank you very much. Love your setup. Thank you, James. What don't you really like about rifles? So I'm one of those weird people that when it comes to getting into the industry, me and the wife cross clay pigeons at 550 yards. Jesus. Grips are going better than you thought. I'm surprised you didn't put the VP70. The Stars Beretta has always been a project I want to take on. Alex, man, Alex did it right. It's all correct on that one. Rifles. I'm not really a rifle guy. I'm not a wheel gun guy either. A-hole. I've got a bunch in the case for sale. I should put my Rugers up, but they're at Bears still. Just in general, I got into guns by shooting pistols, so I just never really got into long guns. The AR-15 up there was a build that my buddy gifted me that I've modified over time, but that's like my main long gun outside of a few Winchesters. DB always leaves after you yell at him. Also, his wife or girlfriend or whatever she is like super hot, so she probably like flashes him to get him off. You know what I mean? If I was able to legally own that Romanian kit, I'd buy it. Why can't you own it? He does come back. Yeah, he does. Love the Beretta. It is really nice. Alex McClure, down there, he's the one that did it. You look high 24/7. It's red. Thank you. I am constantly in extreme pain, so it makes me look tired and high. So I appreciate that, I guess. I got to call a few people. How late are you streaming tonight? I'm going to go until at least 11 o'clock. I might go a little bit later since I killed it early last time. Own one myself, the 92 FS, nice. What do I think about the Ruger RXM? My buddy Alex just picked up the one I had in my store. The RXM is a perfectly good gun, runs great. It's a Gen 3 clone, so it's going to take all the compatibility parts. And with the fire control group that can come out, you can change it between the subcompact and the full-size frames, which are coming out. You live in Connecticut. I'll leave it at that. Look up HB6667 and it'll explain everything. No, Connecticut is one of those bad states. I get it. Looking good for a good subcompact for concealed carry. Any opinions? If you just want a concealed carry without like fun stuff, just get like a Glock 43X or a 48. You can also get things like the Springfield Hellcat, the SIG 365, or even the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0, which is up there. That is a pretty solid one. Pretty solid carry. You'll be back soon. Nice. Cheese grater AKs. Nice. I've been thinking about it for a long time. Traded off my Berettas and haven't acquired another one yet. You can build one out of a Ghost. You'd be the craziest mother father in the world. You can start with a $1,200 Beretta and then turn it into a Stars. Bass, what's up? Love how you can change out the slide for a Glock. Yeah. 43X COA, man, dude, the COAs are so expensive for no reason. The Ruger would be better than the guy asking about the shadow systems. Agreed, Tommy. I'm just chilling at home with a couple beers and stopping every time I see your live is up. You're the best. Thank you, Paul. Dads, what's up? Newcomb says it's a damn fine idea. Reach out to me, dude. You can buy the Ghost. Brigadier models pop up online every now and then for a pretty fair price. Mine took a year or so to finish out exactly how I wanted, so patience is key. Honey chipotle rum barbecue sauce with the chicken I made is really good. That's a lot of words, man. That's a lot of words, man. Well, let's see what frickin' Palmetto's doing now that Goose has provided us with the ability to buy another gun. There once was a ship that set to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. Ring dum gun dun ding dun dun ring dum bidum boom. Soon an man comes ring dum ding and tea and rum. Yeah, I think I just found what I needed, so fuck me. Yeah, we'll be taking that one off. Where's my wallet? There's my wallet. Hang on, guys, sorry. Found something I have to get for the store. Soon then the weatherman comes, bring us tea and bees and rums. Sorry guys, give me a second. All right, just give me a second. Soon then the weatherman comes, bring us tea and bees and rum. All right. But yeah, there we go. Hold on. I promise you I'm almost done. Hold on. I'm going to show you what I just got. You guys looking? So I traded one of these to one of my best friends. And yeah, needless to say, I've been trying to get him to sell it back to me. And they're on sale. So, and that's way cheaper than I can order one for. So that's on the way. They make the Bison kits for a bunch of them. Yeah, they do. They call them the Stizon if you get the PSA. Maybe doing a battle of clones. Damn, that looks nice. So the AREX 01T is a 226 clone, but also my AREX Alpha takes those mags. So that works. Yeah, I've been buying the sales for $250 uppers and $50 lowers. Does the Smith & Wesson 2.0 shoot true or it shoots left? I see reviews that the sights aren't accurate. If it's the sights that are the problem, I honestly don't know. Stuff and Things Inc. for the Stizon kits. Gotcha. I want to be upset with the cheap lower and a reset trigger. Nice. Oh, is SFR in here? Oh, I thought you said S. Oh, sorry. You can build a PSA kit. So I should have done it with Sezzle. Oh well. That's fine though. I want to build free. I want to build free. I want to build free and I free and I free. I want to be free. So everybody put W for Goose in the comments because he just literally bought the Rex 01T for the channel. I love seeing you using Sezzle to buy guns. Just wish they had to pay an 8 like Zip. Dude, I would have been fine with the paying 4, but I wasn't paying attention. But dude, $4.99 for an AREX 01T is a hell of a good price. Borrowing a pistol would be a Chargers Armed Bulldog. So I don't know if I'd want a 44 caliber Charter Arms just because some of their metals don't appear to be the best in the world. Sweet, that's what I get to put my optic on too. You got over 100 lowers from the past few years. Jesus. I want to build with a reset trigger. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. I don't know what those initials mean, James. Sorry, I'm not a long gun guy. And it seems to me that a lot of what you're talking about is long gun stuff. So, I apologize. Hey, Stone, are you in here tonight? Would you say you're the Grandmaster of the Grandmaster? Currently, I'm the only guy I know that's willing to shoot a Grandmaster. Everybody else is like, oh no, it's a safe queen. So yes, I am a Grand Master. What caliber is the gun you just bought? Is it double stack and is it optics ready? Yes. So I bought the Arex Rex 01 Tactical. It's 9mm. It's double stack 20+1, and it is optics cut, threaded barrel. It's basically a SIG 226 on steroids, and it goes with my Rex Alpha. So I'll have both of Arex's big hammer-fired guns. No guns are real. All guns are fake, lag. I like to build an AR, but Washington. Move. I know you said you're not a rifle guy, but what would you pick for a long gun instead of an AR? Probably, if we're talking about with the smaller caliber chambering, a Mini 14. If we're talking about a larger gun, my lever action 30-30. Who is Goose? Goose is a guy who comes in and he's been one of the biggest supporters of the channel ever. He is basically the biggest supporter of the channel. And tonight he donated $400, so I used that to pick up an Arex 01 Alpha, or 01 Tactical for the channel. Would you open carry the Grandmaster in a loose holster in a very bad neighborhood? I would conceal carry it. I don't open carry anywhere because open carry is for people who shouldn't be owning guns. 39 built so far. Now I'm just building out the cheapest gun I can fill up the racks, all with used comp M2 sights. Nothing wrong with that. The whistle sounds like the wolf from Carnivore's Ice Age. What? The only Berettas that are up there currently are the ones that are up there, and I can't pick them up. So you got the Beretta 92 Brigadier, which has been turned into a Resident Evil Beretta, and then the stainless one up top is a 92 FS Ghost. Hey Cody, what's up? Bro has mom's credit card, I bet. No, I've got my own company credit card because I own a frickin' FFL, so... And since I just paid tax on this son of a bitch, I can write it off. Is there a specific feature you look in when purchasing a new firearm? Honestly, yes. I'm aesthetically driven, but I'm also feature driven. I'm also a big fan of metal frame guns. I prefer them to have either aluminum or steel frames, and the 01 Tactical is pretty solid. DB, welcome back. I was making fun of you, and then you came back. It's the way it goes, man. Dude, did you see the Arex is on frickin' PSA for under $5, dude? Worst case, I'll put it up in the store. Good God, the X5 Classic through Palmetto is over $2,300. No. You're broke. You're not broke. You ain't broke as long as you got an ass. Would I carry a Star Model B? I used to carry a BM9, and I had the Model B, but I sold it to a buddy of mine. Did you like the PT Cruiser GT? I've never been a big fan of the PT Cruiser just because it was modeled after the HHR, or the HHR was modeled after the PT Cruiser, whichever way you want to say it, but it was the same designer. No. The GT had the turbo engine from the SRT, basically. It was a little less power, but it was basically the SRT4's engine. But I would have run a Caliber SRT4 before I bought one of those. Aye, my order confirmation. Yay! There's a confirmation. Yay! Is the yeet on top? Yes, the yeet is up there. It's the only gun turned the wrong way on purpose because I want people to see that it is a yeet with the actual etching. PT Cruisers were big gifts to tow truck companies. Also, believe it or not, the PT Cruiser was classified as a truck because it had a completely flat load floor, which allowed Chrysler to use the PT Cruiser as a way to bring down their overall EPA for the company, and then allowed them to keep building V10 Rams and the Vipers. How long is ammo shelf life, would you say? If it's stored correctly, there's ammo that has been around since World War I that's still technically usable. A lot of 50 BMGs are from the 40s and 50s, and they're still viable ammo, so it's all about how you store it. Neon SRT4 was cool. Yeah, it was. Bring you liquor and tea and rum one day. A Neon with the Viper engine would be interesting. Have you ever seen somebody did that with the PT Cruiser? They put a Viper engine in the back. Basically, they connected the engine right to the frickin' axle like they used to do with vans back in the day. It was pretty crazy. Hey, it's 10 o'clock. Have you hit your like button yet? I need you guys to hit your like button for me because we just spent $500 on a gun for the channel that'll get shot twice. Better to do an LS swap. Dude, do you remember when the Focus 3-door came out in like 2000 or 99 and they were swapping in 4.6 V8s out of Mustangs into them? That was pretty badass. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. How you doing? How you doing? Wait, why'd you say it like that? I don't know. Words came out of my face brain. My holy bowl. Balls. So, do you got Korean pistol there right under the AK-47? What? No. So, the pistols under the AK, you've got the Ruger SR9C with the extended Magazino, Beretta 92FS Ghost, and the Arex Alpha, cousin to the Arex 01 Tactical we just ordered. You coming outside with me? I got to bring my dogs out. All right. Who wants to go on a walk? Walkies. You're well. I'm glad to hear that, Cats. I mean, I know I said hi to you at the very beginning, but best swap I've ever seen was the 86 Corolla. Probably. I keep ammo in the outside shed that doesn't have heating in a storage box. Is that suitable? It needs to stay dry and it needs to be temperature stable. You don't want it to get too cold or too hot, so you need to check it. Nice try. That doesn't work on my dog. Who wants treats? Who wants treats? Who's a good boy? Who's a good girl? Huh? Come here, puppy. Come here. Please let me know what I can do to my 92 FS. Langdon Tactical, Langdon, Langdon, is that right? Langdon Tactical, they do a lot of them. It's bacon! Goose, thank you very much. I didn't get dinner, but I did order an Arex 01 Tactical. Somebody say treats? Yep, you're a good boy. Hey, cats. Turn on your speaker. Come here, kitty. Shack a bag of dog food and the viewers would go insane. Shake a bag of dog food. Yep. Hey, Alexa, download Joe's podcast. It passed the house. Yep, I did see that. So it just needs to keep going. What from Langdon? Their recoil system and their trigger. I was watching Small Pickups #3, and I gotta say the white Nintendo DS was in excellent condition, great to find. Oh wow, you went to the old school stuff, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was some stuff I was finding back in the day. You can't find any of that anymore, not at those prices. Goose says, question mark? Well, you told me to get dinner, but instead I found a gun that I've wanted for a while. So you did that for the channel, so I'm going to call it the Goose Arex 01 Tactical. Jay Leno had the best car ever, a Ford Festivo with an SHO motor. It's actually a custom build called the Shogun. But yes, it does have the SHO motor in the back. Sitting at the Senate, yep. But it passed unanimously through the House, so I'm pretty sure it's going to pass Senate. Hey, Alexa, add big pink dildo to the shopping cart. Hey, are you the one that sent it to me? That's what somebody sent me. I just like watching those old videos. Yeah, they were pretty fun. Electrical tape, bro. Electrical tape. The DoorDash driver is stopping at another place before me. Someone just lost their tip. Lol. A dedicated gun. Yep, I'm going to dedicate the gun to Goose. I'm going to get a Goose sticker and put it on the outside of the gun case. Cabreaker says, did I post that picture in Discord? I posted the one of the torso because people are sick barstards. We are going to be here until we all sit in tears. I once had a girl tell me she doesn't wash for a week before going to the gynecologist because she wants them to earn their money. Jesus, that's sick. The gray case in the back, what's the use for and is it a good price? If you're talking about that great case, it's for the Lago Alien that's up there. It belongs to my buddy Stone, and it's going out to one of our other friends. Suzuki Hayabusa engine in a smart car was pretty cool. Also, the new Arex needs a good Goose laser engraved on the side. Dude, I've got a buddy who has a laser engraver now. He's my AK guy. I'll see if he can do a Goose. Hey, man, you're going to have everybody yawning. Dude, that's called a biomimetic reaction when one person yawns and everybody else does. Somebody else did with me. She was a keeper. Everybody in the club's getting... Oh. Did you just hear my jaw pop? What happened to your face hole? Mommy hit me with a frying pan because she thought I was a bug. Do you have a second hobby, businesses, or that I'm passionate about? So, believe it or not, I'm really into cars, but I'm also into computers and tech and stuff. Like, this is my custom-built computer. I don't want to move too much shite. But yeah, so, like, this is my custom build. It's all water-cooled and stuff, so I used to build custom computers. But also, I like, just in general, cars. Man, where is everyone? Oh, you didn't hear, dude? All right, Lag. You can be a jerk, or you can go away. Oh, wait, you can do both. So, McManus, YouTube's algorithm is no longer promoting channels past the 1 hour mark. So, like, they aren't cycling me through anymore. So, if you don't know about me, they aren't showing it. Goose has the need for speed, but don't let him eject. No, man, Goose does not need to eject. What lag? Ha. No, lag 45 has just been trolling people. No problem, dude. Like I said, racism and attacking other people will not be tolerated. Oh, that's cool, I guess. So nice of them. Yeah, YouTube is kicking me in the nuts, man. That's actually why I've shortened a lot of the lives, McManus. Yeah. Jesus, you got a lot of stuff going on. You got a PhD or something. No, they wouldn't let me fast track a PhD. Not a joke, Paul. When I was younger, I wanted to just write a thesis and defend it. But they refused to let me fast track a PhD. You can fast track a master's or a bachelor's degree. You cannot fast track a PhD. You are required to take, depending on which course you're trying to go through, anywhere from 140 to 180 class hours before you defend your thesis. I asked if I paid the money and I wrote a thesis and I could defend it and get a PhD, would they allow me to? And everybody I asked said no. So I do not have a PhD. Saw that you subbed to me, lol. Thanks, man. Maybe I'll actually do a video for the first time in 15 years. Holy shit, Alex has a channel? I told you I have the 5090 from Micro Center at MSRP. Do you want one? You got an extra one? I would love a 5090. Dang, you got 117 subscribers, dude. You know you could go live. You just can't do anything because you can't touch guns. If you touch your own booty hole on a live stream, people get angry. So Alex will fact check me. Alex, did I or did I not send the T-Sauce representative a picture of me and the boobs? I've been thinking about doing videos about customizing things. Yeah, that would be cool. Waiting for the AMD 10 series, AM6 for the build. Nice. That's a little bit of a wait. Can I touch lightsabers on streams? Yes, you just have to be careful because if you stroke the lightsaber, that counts as masturbatory. Learned a bit about electrical work, hooked up my mom's ceiling fan, and thought that was impressive. Dude, anything that you do to better yourself is impressive. Never take even small victories as not worthy of being celebrated. Now, you don't want participation trophies, but if you learn a new skill, you deserve it, man. No, so the guy, Jared from T-Sauce, he wasn't responding to me, so I sent him a picture of me in the bikini and the boobs. You don't want to fast track a neurosurgeon. Agreed. And he said, that's rough. Yep. Yes, and electrical work, mechanical work, concrete work, welding, any kind of trade that you learn, even if you teach yourself, will just in the long run increase your worth to both yourself and society. Did he lose his Turkish mind? No, he's American, dude. Gonna jump off for the night, gotta be up early, take it easy. A-Rod, thank you. Look at my LGBTQ plus barrel. This barrel's special. This is my rifle, this is my gun. Didn't you and Vintage Warfare have beef? We had a little bit of a beef, and we squashed it because I went on one of his live streams and kind of talked to him about it, and we kind of squashed it. So I believe if you do something, you should be proud of it, just like I was saying with even if you just change the light fixture in your home. Vintage liked to kind of exacerbate or exaggerate what he did. Rather than just saying he was in the military, he decided to say different things. And I'm not going to get into it because, again, we squashed it. We're fine. But I just believe that you shouldn't try to enhance what you do to make yourself sound better to a bunch of people on the internet. But I'm not dropping $1,000 on a motherboard just to be super EU bound in a year. That's why I'm running a 12900K still, man. Actually, we appreciate you saying that. Thanks for reminding me why I love to be in your chat. No problem, Paul. So, like I said, it's never discount yourself, but also don't oversell yourself, dude. I've been on multiple live streams wearing big, wobbly, floppy boobs and a cat suit, okay? There's no way that I can ever talk myself up enough to get past that image. This chat is awesome. Thank you, Goose. So that's why at the end of the day, I just say, you know what, live and let live. There are some people that I'll never be able to squash a beef with, and I've just moved on. I love those things, Lamal. Yeah, well, like I said, you pre-booked them. Yep. Dude, the man boobs were epic. Honestly, I rocked those boobs. Those boobs were solid, although they were very floppy. They have their own drawer in my dresser. So I ain't throwing away $120 tubes. Hey, I'm on YouTube and I wore boobs, so technically I was a boob tuber. I'm a booby tuber. Apparently you got beef with Lag. Yeah, well, Lag has beef with a lot of people. $1,000 for Jiminy doing a show in full leather gimp mode. No, Roy. That's way too much money. I'd do it for $500. Goose and Lag YouTube boxing match. No, McMahon. There was a guy named Lag45 who, anytime anybody said anything, would just insult them. Goose has the honkers. I got the honkers. Always wondered what your church pastors say when you show up on Sunday after those live streams. So my dad, one time, if Jacob ever comes in here, he'll also confirm, and Alex, next time you're in here when Jacob's in here, he'll confirm that one time I was talking to somebody on speakerphone, and Jacob hollered out, "So what's it like having sex with furniture?" My dad was sitting next to me. So my dad has learned to just accept me for who I am. And when I talked to him about doing the boob tube stream after that, he looked at me like I was insane until I told him how much money I made. Cross-dressing can be profitable. No worries, McManus. I got Jim's honkers. Yeah. I got me some big old hootie hooters. Oh, yeah, I heard him tell that story the first time I met him. Yep. So, honestly, and I don't go to church. I believe in a higher power, but I don't believe in the one that takes attendance. I'll be fine. But yeah, so my brother came to visit. Let's just say I'm the only one in my family that's straight-ish. And the fact that I wore boobs on a live stream kind of threw my daddy for a little bit of a loop. I'll never forget the live you did for days. And the one kid you ripped a new one. Oh, yeah, that poor fella. Charles? Was that his name? It's been so long, dude. I honestly don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch it. But, yeah. No, and, I did it in a very polite way. He just learned his lesson. But, yeah, I've done so many stupid things that my family just accepts it. So, honestly, anything short of killing myself again will probably never bother my parents. And I'm not saying that as a challenge. I'm just saying that they probably won't care. Also, Alex, were you there when Jacob handed me his butterfly knife? Ow. Because needless to say, it didn't go well. I'm buying some hooker heels and fake knockers. Daddy wants a new Hellcat. Dude, just do a live stream. You'll be fine. Yeah. Don't flip a butterfly knife when you don't know how to use a butterfly knife. It doesn't look like much, but goddamn, it was like the Grand Canyon of blood. You would do numbers in San Francisco. Bro, I do numbers in Virginia. Oh, no, I wasn't there for that. Yeah, so I gave Jacob my other knife to sharpen, and I thought he was playing with my knife, and he was playing with the butterfly knives. I know they do, but so he handed me his butterfly knife, and I just grabbed it, and I was like, I'm cool, so I just grabbed one handle and flipped it, and I flipped it the wrong way so that the blade came over and hit me in the finger. Needless to say, we just sat there and watched as it started bleeding. So, because his knives are sharp. Yeah, I should definitely get one. Or, better yet, I'll just stop playing with knives. He says every year. Every year I get stabbed. And every year except for one time, it's been my own damn fault. I don't know why I'm yelling. Am I sounding like I'm yelling? I'm sorry. Those things are sharp, buddy. Yeah, it doesn't help that my buddy Jacob is a machinist, so he uses industrial strength machines to sharpen his knives. Every 6 months. Yeah, pretty much. He was very disappointed with how bad your knife is. Yep. You dropped a slide on your bread, a 302 with my thumb in the chamber. Damn. Pistol grip on shotguns, fan or not? Yes, my 930 tactical has pistol grip. I'm slightly late, but it's okay. You're fine, dude. So Goose just bought me, I don't know. Goose bought me an AREX 01 tactical, so that was really cool. Not a recent FAA record. Favorite plane crash scene in a movie. My favorite plane crash scene in a movie would probably be the opening in Flight of the Phoenix when the plane goes down. That's a pretty cool scene. Is he called Jacob the Machinist? No, actually he's Jacob Afro Circus in my phone, even though he's a white dude. What's a straw purchase? I like the scene in the movie about those two really large towers. Ha! I was twirling a K-bar, dropped it into my leg, and it was sharp, still have a scar. Oh, I have a mark. Did you know that you can actually, if you stab cartilage, you can discolor it? I have a mark in my kneecap. When I was in 2nd grade, I stabbed myself in the knee because I was bored. Honestly, I didn't think it would go through my pants leg, and it did, and it went right into my kneecap, and there's still a small discolored mark in the cartilage. Because cartilage doesn't shed like skin does. I was twirling a K-bar, 2nd grade, so just a few years ago. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Roughly 39 years ago, I did it, and the mark is still there. It's also like when they tell you that your skin rejuvenates and you're a new person every 7 years. Yeah, why do I still have the scar from the dog bite from when I was 9? Where'd it go? There it is. So a dog bit me when I was 9 and ripped my arm open, and yeah. That's a live you learn type of moment. Pretty much, man. I agree there. I've had the side loading gate on my lever action get my finger pretty good. I was demonstrating on a Sig Emperor a Scorpion 1911 how it doesn't hurt to drop the thing on your thumb without realizing how sharp the ejection ports are on the Sig 1911s. They make them super sharp for some reason, and it sliced into my thumb. I lost this live earlier and just found it again. Did you leave? No, Woody. So after the very first hour, YouTube stops promoting lives now. From what I'm finding, after the first hour, they no longer promote your live. Hey, Big Andy, what's up? 7 years my ass. I got a hot tub burn that's been there for at least a decade. Yeah. No, like I said, this is a 39-year-old scar. How many licks does it take to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Booby milk or vitamin E are good for reducing scarring. My thing is, every time I touch something, I cut myself. So I cut my arm helping my buddy. So that's going to be a scar now from helping him work on his car. So that little scratch. That's why I actually have all the tattoos. If you go back to my older videos, you'll see how scarred up my arms actually are. The tattoos help hide the scars. A guy at work pushes pinky into the pinky grinder. Oh, no thank you. Have I ever thought about getting the Maxim 9? I honestly did back when they were still readily available, but Maxim is bankrupt, I think. I have not seen one in a long time. Mrs. DB has a motorcycle exhaust burn on her leg from almost 10 years ago. Is that how you met? You burned your girl? That neck stabbed me with a fork at the table once. Came out of nowhere. I didn't know whether to scream or run. Just stared in disbelief. That's not a good fight or flight reflex, a-hole. That's like the movie Prometheus School of Running Away reflex. Stab! 1. Tragic. Man, when you have a YouTube comment section telling you that your life was tragic, I tell people I killed myself, they call me a dumbass. I saw a video a long time ago of a guy with the 2x4 nails and his whiner. Yeah, no, I'm good, man. No, I'm good. I'm good, man. No, I'm good. I never need to hear that again. I'm good. I used to be young, debonair, dashing, and slim, and a liar. No, I'm just kidding. I seen your girl. You must have had something going for you. Just got pinched between the bolt catch and the charge handle. Side charging AR will get you. Well, that's because you made fun of me, Woody. Have you ever experienced the squib load? Yes, I have experienced the squib load. I had a Taurus TH9. Had a squib load in it. The bullet got stuck in the barrel. You just got to be very careful. Nearly cut my pointer finger off when the exposed pipe handlebars of an old scooter when I was a kid. It's my favorite scar. So I'm weird. I have no feet, right? My shit's been cut off. I'm glad that didn't work for you. Thank you, cats. So I don't care that my feet are gone because I can wear shoes and I look normal. I don't know how I would respond to losing a finger. I've thought about it a lot. I think if I lost an arm or an upper appendage, I'd probably take it a lot harder than just losing my feet. Mouse is back. What's up? I'm an awesome guy. Thank you. Yes, you are weird. Thank you. I had a Dremel explode in my face and it slipped my eyebrow. And if it hit an inch lower, it would have blinded my right eye. So I wear hats a lot because 15 years ago when I had a body shop in Minnesota, I used to wear glasses too, and I had a cutoff wheel explode, went and bounced off the lens of my glasses and lodged in my hat, and it was crazy. I'm not bald, I'm thinning. There are no bald spots. I have no exposed parts of skull. There's a difference between thinning and balding. There's no bald spot, it's just extremely thin. It just looks like it's balding because it's so thin. There's a big difference. There's hair everywhere. There just isn't a lot of it. Also, That was shiny as fuck. When you're probably going to use a Dremel to fit a Glock accessory. Saw a noob at the range years ago shoot a Glock with his thumb behind the slide. I couldn't help but laugh. I've seen that a lot in movies where they're holding a gun and they put both of them. I have a mirror, right? No, I don't. What I have is extremely bright lights on a shiny dome. After that last haircut, are you sure about that? When it grows out, you'll see. It's just extremely thin. All right, I'm done defending it. Shut the fuck up. I'll ban you all. There's my F-bomb for the night. Rip McManus. Where'd McManus go? Did he leave? Poor fella. No, I will not do an extreme comb over. That's why I buzz it down, dude. No, I'm not going cue ball either. Oh, getting rid of them. What am I missing? The fact that my hair is going away completely and everybody keeps on making fun of me. DB, don't make me shave my head and steal your girl. You got Fabio hair, F the haters. Dude, I've been wearing a hat since I was 17 years old. I actually convinced my high school teachers when I was 14 that I needed to wear the hat to protect me from LED lights. I wear the hat when I'm not on live. I wear hoodies when I'm indoors in summer. Okay? I'm a very immature kid. Yeah, everybody's bullying me, McManus. You should join too. Go full freedom mullet. I'm good. I'm good. Can we stop making fun of my hair, please? I swear to God. I'm going to take this fork and stick it in a light socket. I know it's plastic, but something could happen. You don't know. I had tortellini for dinner. Sorry, DB, I'm allergic to your bullshit. You must be talking still. Also, McManus, Stone. Thank you, cats. Stone. Goose's donations tonight bought an AREX 01 tactical. You have fork PTSD? Hold on a second. I'll make you feel better. There, now it's a trident. Is that better? You were here when he sent it twice? Yeah, so I was, the Enox for 600. That's nice. That's actually a really solid price. So I went over to the PSA website, and it's a thwork. It's a thwork. Never heard it called that before. And they had the AREX 01 Tactical for $4.99. So I used his donations to buy it. If you guys are going to donate, I'm going to put it towards the channel, guys. Because it's an RMR cut with the plate, so I can put my enclosed optic on it. As well as it's threaded barrel, so I can put the suppressor on it. It's normally like an $800-900 gun. So, let's see. The last 01 Tactical to sell. $650. I'm looking at ones that actually sold that have optics and stuff. $550 plus fees plus $30 shipping, so that's going to be over $600. So, saved a bit of money, but we're all right. You got $1,000 for $600. I've done that before. We mentioned Glock perfection for the algorithm tonight. Yes, we've mentioned how much Glock sucks bing bongs. The kitchen sink says money, 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 money. Money. Yeah, you also got a $2,000 gun for $1,000 off me.
Money, money, money. Money.
0, 1, T. Yeah, 600 plus the 12% fee plus $40, so that's 700, 750. This one ended pretty damn cheap, but they charge a lot of fees. Not threaded barrel, not optics cut. 875 with the hollow sun. Yeah, it's all good, man. I'm good. Stone gets the best deal. I think you get a pretty solid deal out of me, Mouse. Bought some ground turkey. Now I'm worried I'll dye my hair purple and start voting liberally. Only if you make it into foods that aren't turkey. I once stayed at a Motel 6 or something. I once stayed at a no-tell motel. I got boinked twice. You got the orange CZ practically for free, and he broke it just because he could. Lols. Motel 6 still is a thing. Been staying at the Westin lately. So my parents are like massive, what's that good one? The Hiltons or whatever they are. And when I went to Atlanta, I didn't even bother calling them to ask them to use their thing. I literally stayed at a $60 no-tell motel. You have lots of protection. Yeah, you also have a girl that won't let you sleep around. Or will she? Wait. No, it's the other way around. Are you in an open relationship? Can I talk to you about our Lord and Savior, Cheaty? It's because my dealer is easy to manipulate. Jesus. It's a big talk for a man that has 3 of his guns sitting behind me. They're in my business name right now, baby. It's selling quickly. What if? Yes. Do I still have the Ellen? Yep, it's right up there above the plaque right there. Stains on the sheets are no extra charge, dude. I was checking those sheets well, dude. They were clean, but I don't know if they were like clean, so I kind of like wrapped myself up in cling wrap and just laid down on my own jacket. Dong, 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 dong. You bought a Romanian AK-47 for $600, huh? If you really got it for $600, you got an excellent price. Unless you bought a Rack 47, which claims to be Romanian, because that's a bullshit gun. I know that's Riley Defense. I'm making a joke. I eat pickles, sometimes sideways, Fruity-de-loopy-doo! Charge! Don't the racks have cast trunnions? I'm not 100% sure, man. I just remember when we had Riley Defense guns, they just didn't feel very good. You bought romaine lettuce today? Dude, I once had, what's that weird purple stuff? It's gross. Patel's own many hotels. Actually, normally very friendly people. Nice. Hello, Sean. How are you? Cabbage. Ah, yes, that's it. But usually fermented with fish oil and hot peppers. Kale. Forget kale. CMMG or CMC triggers. CMC triggers, you can get them for under $2, and you can get them anywhere between 2.5 and 3.5 pounds, curved or flat face. CMC triggers, single stage drop in. Wait, I just checked the receipt. The tag initially said Romanian, but the receipt says Riley Defense. Yeah, you got screwed. They're horrible. They're made with the cheapest parts. Stone, do you put apples in the refrigerator or on the counter in a bowl? Dude, it doesn't matter how many apples I buy, I eat them all the same day. How about Sweet Sooth canned whole chicken? I'll pass. I don't like carcass when it's been colded. What do I think about Smith & Wesson's bodyguards? I've got the 2.0 up there. It seems pretty nice, but I have no desire to use any of the bodyguards anymore. If you have cats around, don't grow kale. They will tear up the garden like it's catnip. Lamal. Lol. Kale. Why do serial killers keep jars with severed heads in the fridge and not on the counter? Seems weird to me. Because you've ever heard the phrase too many cooks in the kitchen? When you put the head in the fridge, technically that's not in the kitchen. It's in the kitchen in the fridge, so they can't get in the way. I just farted. Why do concealed carry permit holders carry badges? What? Not on the counter. When it's in the fridge, you bite into it, your teeth hurt from the cold. Lol. Yeah! Sounds like a Soviet standard. Yes, in Soviet Russia, everything is rattly because we don't have good measurements. I almost bought a Riley Defense, but I bought a KR-103 from Kalashnikov before they went bankrupt. Mucho better. Ever get head in the shower? I have had head and shoulders. Have you ever gotten an Altoid BJ? When y'all kiss a woman, do you kiss bottom lip or top? Dude, I just pull her lips apart for teeth. It's a little awkward when you grab a girl by her upper and lower lip and just kind of pull. Middle guy in the canoe. Yeah, well, at least I'm not the center supporting an Eiffel Tower. My KR-103 is pretty solid. I've shot almost exclusively Yugo M67 corrosive ammo from the Cold War through it. I mean, if it's running it, honestly, I hurt my Gerson to the point where it's kind of AK reliable now. If you saw the video where I was shooting it, it runs very well now. That's because when I tried to acid etch it to black, I corroded the metal, so when it got cleaned off again, I think we took like 0.003 off. What about an icy hot? No, thank you. Which lips? Well, thankfully I added that I go for the teeth. So outside of like Korean women, there's only one set of lips with teeth behind it. Your girl has teeth in between the teeth. That's weird. She puts dentures in first. That way you get the double chew. She likes to wear dentures behind her real teeth. You ever been gummed? That hurts. Whenever I hear a British accent, all I hear is a T hitting the harbor. Hello, Governor. What are you doing? Oh my God, you're making all the tea in China go up in price. It's got chrome lined barrel. Nice. That's a nice dong. Thanks. That's what she said. Thank you. Ice cubes. By the way, I was far back in the live without knowing you can re-answer my trigger question. What was your trigger question? Oh yeah, CMC trigger. They're under $200. Single stage, drop in, 2.5 to 3.5 pounds, flat face or curved triggers. Was nailing an X in the shower and she slipped and fell and broke 3 ribs and dislocated her shoulder. Did you at least finish? Instead of an AK pistol grip, it has a fin grip, and instead of a muzzle brake, it has a thread protector. Oh, you poor California bastard. I can't wait till you move to Texas and you can have your guns be real. Why are there so many female Korean professional golfers? Because they're really good at getting small balls in small holes. Nailing Palin. Dude, I'd have done Sarah Palin back when she first ran. Nowadays, it's like punching roast beef. Damn, Newcomb, that was an awkward ride to the hospital. Lol. You have the next 4 days off. What should I do? Probably your girlfriend. All work and no play makes DB's life. Yeah, but she has like that thing in the front of her face and a lot of sound comes out of it, and I can't handle that, Roy. Oddly enough, I can legally run 30 rounders in it because it's considered a featureless rifle, and since they were bought in Freedom Week, it's legal. Oh yeah, everybody in 2019 bought all of their regular capacity mags during Freedom Week. I didn't get laid again for 3 months. Liar. Still haven't watched the new ride yet. She has a name! I haven't washed mine either. Ceramic coat is solid. You're also in Florida. Unless you have torrential downpours and bird shit, it's nice. What'd you name your car, dude? Everybody names their shit. Haven't been late since 2010. Even Hillary looks good to me. Jesus Christ, dude. Self-love, Roy. Self-love. You have KCI metal mags, a couple of 40 rounders. Nice. It's the rainy season. Dude, I'm in Virginia. I don't know when the rainy season is in Florida. Do you even have a rainy season? I thought you have hot and hurricane. Man, I miss Oklahoma. Oklahoma misses you. You should go back there. Don't you guys have no state tax or sales tax or some shit? Roy sounds married. I haven't been laid since 1974. Really? Yeah, we got 3 kids. I wouldn't call that sex. I don't name objects. I'm a meat popsicle named Joe. You keep calling me dipshit. I'm starting to think that's my nickname. Don't objectify me. Are you looking at your screen? Dude, you just totally fucked up inanimate. Cars have souls, bro. That's part of the reason why you bought a 4-cylinder. I read something, too, that if you have standard capacity mags over 3 years, it's not against the law because the statute of limitations is run out. There's no law saying they are illegal to own. Interesting. Did not know that one. Oh, we got sales tax, but them gals there are much more friendlier and sweeter. Also, the ammo and gas is cheaper. No-toe dealer is your nickname. I thought it was Booby McBooberton. But I'll take no-toe. Toeless Joe Boobstons. Costs you $8 a week to get back and forth to work. I haven't filled my truck since I bought it, and it's got a 35-gallon tank. DB, you have given up on life. You got the hot girl and you just fucking gave up. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's because you don't leave the house. You just justified buying a Toyota Camry by justifying your fuel economy. I'm 46 and I'm old. I'm younger than you are, bud. You should make your Glock 17 look like a hardline G17 race pistol. Considering I don't have a Glock 17, no. Dude, I forgot to make you the Lincoln tire valve caps. That's all right. Mountain Man. You'll get me a tow by 3 o'clock? I know where I can get tows. Got a 10-year plan. F-150 paid half the Camry. You're not making yourself younger. Thought you showed a Glock 17 last stream. That was last week and I sold it, brother. I'm an FFL. Most of those guns are for sale. Could probably make them and send them in a letter envelope. Probably. They're small enough. DB bought a Toyota. I never knew he was gay. You'll sell the car for half of what you paid. Dude, I'm not faulting you. I'm just making fun of the fact that you're the oldest younger person I know. What's your midlife crisis sports car? Considering I killed myself when I was 38 or 37, so I was 19, it would have been a 1989 Camaro IROC Z. DB drives a Toyota? Yeah, he does. I will pass on the Chiappa firearms because Chiappa runs themselves just like Freedom Group did. They buy companies that make firearms, put their name on it, and pretend that they know what they're doing. Gas is almost $5 a gallon here. I don't blame them. 2025 Camry XSC, paid in full, 4 miles when I got it. Yep, take it all day. So I don't fault you for buying a new car. I really don't, DB. 100% you do you. I will never buy another new car. After selling cars for 20 years, I will never buy another new car. The depreciation that you take for buying a new car is not worth it in my opinion. The Camry was probably one of your smartest buys if you're going to pay cash for a car, because as long as you don't get ridiculous miles on it in the first 5 years, you are going to get a bigger return on your car than you will with almost any other car. Subarus are for flannel wearing lesbians. Only the Outback and the Forester, the Legacies are cool. So it sounds like Chiappa is more like a private equity company than a gun company. Pretty much, outside of buying companies that manufacture guns, I don't know which guns they manufacture in-house because they really don't. Most of their manufacture is done through the companies they buy. Bought a Superbike at 40. I still say it was a midlife because I raised the chances of dying sooner. Pretty much, you just got your final third toy. Paid under MSRP. I drive shit over years, dude. I'm never upside down. Neither am I, dude. Like I said, do it how you're going to do it. I'm not going to fault you. I said I'm not going to fault you. I'm not asking you to justify it. I'm just saying personally, I just won't do it again. I trade my cars every 6 to 10 months, man, and I never lose money on them outside of 1,000 here or 1,000 there, because a couple of the cars I bought during COVID, so I lost a little bit getting rid of them, but not much. I don't lose like when a fool goes out and pays $12,000 over sticker for a V6 Charger and gets screwed. I was looking at the AR-7 survival rifle. There is one on Gunbroker. Oh, my buddy just bought that today, man. It's a good rifle. Bitcoin paid for the F-150. No problem. The newer ones, I haven't seen the Armalite ones. Yeah. Oh, well, the Ford cancels it out. If you haven't seen the anime Gundam, it won't make much sense. My car looks like one of their helmets and thought it would be funny. Nice. That is correct. I was going to do the entire live stream with the Russian accent, and I backed out because I accidentally started it early. I was going to do the first person FPS Russia the entire time. That's not FPS Russia. I was going to add a little bit of the... this is more like the Natasha Romanoff Black Widow Yelena, okay? You're talking with a little bit of a more I'm not into anime. Are Sig Spears worth the price? No! Sorry, Ghost, they are not. Sig Spear is a very dedicated style of platform. You must really like Sig, and you must really want the spear in general to want one. They are not a gun that you see in the wild and go, I want. You have to be looking for one. It's kind of like the Canik TTI Combat. You really want a Canik, or you really want a Terran Tactical. The only reason is to buy a gun like that. Da-dun-da-dun. Hey, Rocky.
Oh, Yogi.
That's not true. Right now, I can get a Sig Fuse for under $600. That's actually not a bad price. Bro, I've been nice to you most of the night. Shut up. MCX and Spears are just YouTuber flexes. It does nothing better and costs way too much. Yeah, I took my donations and bought a cheap gun. You guys, some of these other fools will buy $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 handguns that aren't worth more than an $80 handgun. What's the fuse made for? It's the SIG P365 fuse. It's an X macro, so it's got the 17 round grip, but it's got a 3.7 inch barrel with no comp. So it's basically a longer barreled comp for better ballistics. Rainbow guns, except for when I'm not here, $500 Glock is all you need. No, I just make fun of the fact that you go run away crying like a little bitch sometimes. I'll show you 3.7 inches. I don't want to see your dick 3 times. Unbullpupped FAMAS. You bought a $3,000 gun and then you sent it to Joe. I want a 5.56. The online prices are cheap. How about store availability? Almost every store will have something in 5.56. Like the Glock with the long grip and the short barrel. Yes, the Glock 49. 3.7 a round. Some people don't like them that wide. 3.7 a round is not that big, son. Very busy here, not sitting in mom's basement. I'm not sitting in mom's basement. Stone, at least you don't whine about it for months afterward. Wait, are you telling me I whine about gun purchases? I never whine about anything. Thought you get it for cheaper, Stone. Nah, he's talking about after you pay for everything. My papa and my papa sitting by the fire. My grandma turns to your grandma, and then she hit the bitch with the tire. Talking about hey now, Waiko, aine. Wagadaga go bakate. Wacha bakatikate. Which Glock is the government contract winner, the one for the Border Patrol? That would have been the Glock 47, and it wasn't really a winner. They designed it with input from Border Patrol. I'm heading to bed. See y'all. God bless. And DB, stop being gahahari. Would you rather buy 2 $500 guns or a $1,000 gun? It depends on what the guns are. 1911, please. My stupid staccato cost me $1,000 just in taxes and fees. Yeah, sorry, dude. Daylight come and me one go home. I tried to mix 2 different verses, sorry. Me said that, oh. Hey, Mr. Tallyman, tally me banana. Hey, la, 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 me one go home. So the Fusion Firearms guns and the frickin' TSOS guns are all submitted to be sent to me. I'm still waiting for them. In fact, I bought this barrel just for the Fusion Firearms XF Pro, the Glock clone. That AK had been there for a while now. Have you thought about putting it on fire sale? I was thinking about taking the ammo from it, all 600 rounds, and then dropping the price of the gun. 2 Rock Islands or 1 Kimber? I'd take 2 Rock Islands, honestly. So I just spoke with Trevin from Fusion Firearms this morning, and he said he's looking into where the guns are. And TSOS, he already submitted for the guns, so I'm just waiting for them to show up. I think he's waiting for the DS Comp to become available and send me both. California sucks ass. California sucks ass. Everybody knows it sucks ass in California sucks ass. S S S S S S. S S S S S S S S S. The AK would make a great Drage toy. Yeah, it would. Do you sell any non-lethal items? Got some JWs that keep invading the neighborhood. We don't shoot Jehovah's Witnesses because, you know, we want some of those extra, 3,000 seats? Hey, Yukon, what's going on? The whole West Coast sucks now. Yeah, when you wound up with Katy Perry repping California, you guys were doomed. What did you carry today? Literally nothing today, Stone. And I stabbed myself with a butterfly knife. Not this knife. This is not a butterfly knife. Why do companies make revolvers in 4570? That seems like an unnecessary round. Really, the only company that makes a 4570 in a revolver is BFR. Magnum Research's BFR, Big Frame Revolver. It actually stands for Big F in revolver. And it's more of a flex than anything, just to show that they can. You carried your J-frame. So, I just carried nothing today. It's a conversation piece. Why are oil prices down? Did Gavin Newsom shave his dome? Maybe. What gun says I sit down when I pee? Glocks. Smith & Wesson has the new 350 Legend in the X-frame. Jesus, they're using the X-frame for everything. That's kind of cool. Dude, cut it out. Did you yawn, cats? Be honest. You yawned, didn't you? I'm not trying to biomimetic you. I apologize. Next time I do it, I will end the stream. I'm also trying to stick a knife into a speaker, which is stupid. Why are they letting gas go up that high in California? Oil is not that expensive anymore. Please address me by my pronouns, Smith and Wessons. Sorry, gun. What gun says I drop my pants to my ankles when I pee? That would be any revolver. You forced some oil companies to leave California. Damn. I'm saying go to bed. No, I'm not ready to. I got a little bit of time left. I yawn, but I smoke the devil's lettuce. Dude, you should just eat it raw. A little bit of Italian dressing on some devil's lettuce. Could you imagine some psycho dude just eating a bowl of Wheaties? Like putting Italian dressing on some pot and putting it in a bowl? Probably dropped some LSD before he did that, though. Staying hydrated, a-hole. Have you shot a shotgun one-handed? Yes, I have. It's not as easy as people think. They're all so corrupt here, everyone's got a hand in their pocket. I keep my hand in a pocket usually, but that's because I got a hole in it and it leads right to my candy cane. I keep candy canes. You're in the process of quitting smoking and it's been a pain. No problem, dude. I know that it's hard to kick any kind of addiction like that. Man, I've been trying to kick the whole beating up little people thing, but honestly, it's just too funny. When you walk up to a midget and just throw them against the wall, it's hilarious. The Jiminy Show does not condone violence against people of smaller stature. That was a joke. As the world's tallest midget, I actually take offense to those that would hurt small people. Little trimmings are good in salads as long as you don't put too much. Lol. Is aluminum as good as steel frame guns? So steel frame guns are heavier, thus it absorbs recoil a little bit better, and sometimes aluminum isn't the best for higher pressure applications, but for the most part, aluminum frame guns are fine. I got a bar 500 you wouldn't shoot with your pants down. I'd shoot anything with my pants down. Candy canes and strawberry bonbons. No, mine aren't really prickly like that unless I shave the boys. What about betting on them fighting? Who? Me? Weed enemas. Stop playing with ammo. Yes, I just threw ammo into the hallway. I'm single. The wharf tossing. Yep. Just bought a package of prosciutto and dry copa. Delicious. Never tried it before. Eating more meat and cutting out carbs. It's why I eat a lot of bacon, but you got to be careful. You can get too much greasy bacon. I got a Rossi 44 for $6.50. I think that's a decent brand new. Yeah, that's not bad at all, man. Not a fan of aluminium frames, but prefer it over polymer, but we'll take steel over all of them. Agreed. Midget, what's on the bucket list? Dude, I want to actually be with a midget. At 6'4", I think it would be hilarious.
It's huge.
Shut up, Peter Dinklage. I need to go to the gun store this weekend. Want to kit out my AR. Unfortunately, I think Overton is right. Light optic sling. That's it. Pretty much. You can set that up. What? The dwarf thing? Hot salami on garlic cheese bread. Hot salami? Dude, the Italian in me just threw up in my own anus. Hot salami. They end up irritating my skin like a burn using the lower dose in pouches. Only had 1 cigarette today and 2 pouches. That's not terrible. The midget lady of the night. A lot of them are streetwalkers. She walks the gutters. Can I buy a gun in a different state as long as it's legal in the state I live? So if it's a long gun and you have 2 forms of ID, yes. If you don't have an ID and you go to an FFL in another state for, if you want to buy a pistol in another state, it has to be shipped to your local FFL. How deep is the Italian guy in you? 6 to 8 inches. It's about the flashlight deep. Good idea. Maybe try different areas of the body for the nicotine patch. Dude, or hear me out on this. Take the nicotine patch and put it on your taint. That way when you have to go and rip it off, you'll really think about whether or not you even want to do anything with nicotine. You just picked up one of the Arexes too. Yeah, for that kind of money, it's hard not to pick them up, man. Usually smoke 1.5 to 2 packs a day since I was 15. Jesus, Christmas, CW. You need to go to the hill. Hot salami on Italian. Is it Italian as it gets? No, maybe American Italian. As an American Italian, my grandmother would roll over in her grave if she saw me eating hot Italian on garlic cheese. How do you cook your bacon? Low and slow and by itself. What I mean is I'll dedicate a pan just to bacon. Dude, I am farting like a clown right now. What's the deal with carbon fiber barrels Smith has on the 22 Victory? The problem with the carbon fiber barrel is that they can lose zero faster than a steel barrel because the heat can warp them quicker. I wouldn't trust one. What's the weirdest thing you had to eat growing up? Mayo sandwiches for me. So I'm Korean, so we literally ate everything. Like hard fried fish, oatmeal, the usual. I love mayo sandwiches, as long as it's Hellman's. Clowns fart, yes they do. I would try the nicotine patch on my taint. I bet it would feel amazing. Yeah, but the minute you ask your wife to change it for you, you're going to be divorced. And I already promised somebody else they can live on my couch. Do I prefer bacon or pork belly? Honestly, Stone, I've never actually had pork belly. Clown farts sound like the slide whistle. Hey, Mrs. Mouse. Mr. Mouse has something to tell you. Marshmallows and cereal. Yes, or get it away from me. I'm good. I bought you 8 some at K-Pot. 8 what? How'd the RXM do in the review? The tabletop was fine. I did not take it to the range, but now that Alex owns it, maybe he'll let me borrow it sometime. Was that pork belly? It was too thinly sliced. I want like that thick-ass pork belly. You can print a slide whistle. Nice. Bowl of Count Chocula for Joe then. Dude, when I was younger, I could eat, believe it or not, I could eat an entire box of Captain Crunch without it ripping my mouth apart. That was a goddamn flex. That sound you hear is the sound of freedom. You can borrow it if I can borrow the zero when it comes in. Deal. If I sighted my gun with 1 ammo, is switching the ammo brand really that big a difference? If you're shooting a similar weight with a similar style bullet, so if you're doing like 115 full metal jacket to 115 full metal jacket, there should be a lot less difference in point of aim, point of impact shift. But if you wind up going from like 115 grain or round nose to like a 95 grain hollow point, you could experience major point of aim, point of impact shift, as well as going heavier like 124, 147 grain. You just need to try it all. The Gun Snob Live, tell us the lowdown on the latest best pistol money can buy, please, if you are wise levitating. What the hell, IFE? I have no idea what you're talking about. The RXM's getting a lot of attention tonight. Wow. It does get a lot of attention usually, Alex. You'd be surprised. Cocoa Krispies is where it's at. If I buy the AK, you got to chop the dong off and fix an effing grip and take the muzzle device off, permanently install a comp mag. Or you can just buy it and I'll hold on to it for 2 years until you move to Texas. I've always been advised, practice what you plan to shoot with. So you should always shoot some of your self-defense ammo. Like every time I go to the range, I will shoot at least one mag of my self-defense ammo, even if it means I have to buy a new box. I don't care, because I want to be proficient with what I'm carrying. So Harry is right in that respect. Mentioned 1911 stock magazines flaring. What aftermarket guarantees against it? None. In fact, a lot of people will tell you to replace your 1911 mags every year if you're a proficient shooter and you shoot a lot. In fact, I replace even my Wilson Combats every 2 years, and I just sell them on eBay. He never needs toilet paper. But he's blessed. He doesn't need to wipe when he shits. Have I ever shot a full auto? Me personally, no. Simmons scope I bought and haven't heard the BIS, but I'm fine with me. What do you think? So you may get like optic snobs that are like, oh my god, you need an Arkin, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need that. But if you're just shooting like at a normal distance, 100 yards sub, I'm sure that a Simmons is perfectly fine. Now, if you're trying to be like super high distance, freaking best sharpshooter in the world, it may not be as good. But in general, yeah, Simmons scope will be fine. 100, 150 yards. I once shot my shot and she shot me down. If I had one, is full auto worth it? No, it's expensive, man. You lose a lot of money shooting full auto. Fish, what's up, Sonny? How you doing tonight, Sonny? You're in for the last hour. I'm appreciated of appreciated, but thanks for coming, son. What do you think of 338 La Pua as a long-range rifle round for $5 a round? No thanks. White smoke clears, then emerges Pope's Jiminy. First order of business? Yeah. No more freaking defending pedophiles in the church. You touch a child, you die. Have you not shot a full auto? I'm from California and shot a legal full auto AK-47 in Idaho, full auto MP5 in Wyoming. Because I'm a pistol guy. If you give me a chance to shoot a full auto Glock 18, I will. I have no idea why, but I just burped up one of those tortellinis and it tastes horrible. Zaxton, what's up? 10-point crossbow, 495 feet per second. You're feeling. I've never really dealt with crossbows. I haven't shot bows since I was in elementary school. Now, you get me pissed off, I might throw them bows, but no. What is up, Zaxton? You missed it. Goose was on fire tonight. Goose and Lycan together teamed up to help the channel grow. Sure, I guess I didn't shoot full auto pistol. That sounds kind of sketchy. If you had a legal full auto, can you use it as a home defense? Yes, if you own it, you can use it. I don't really get super long distance shooting because when I hunt, I always end up shooting what's that, 100 yards and within. That's what I'm saying. A lot of us don't go out and shoot 5, 6, 7, 800 yards. YouTube makes it seem like everybody that shoots is a precision shooter. Most of us are just amateurs, even myself. Even though, like in my Gerson video, I'm going 15 for 15, 20 for 20. That's just because I'm a competent shooter. I am not a good shooter by any means. I don't always shoot full auto, but when I do, I prefer my friends with ammos included. Yeah, that's the other reason why. Dude, 50 yards at most for me. So when I shoot pistol, I usually go back at farthest about 30 yards. When I shoot long gun, I do have access to a 300-yard range, but I just don't. It's kind of like how some dudes like redheads, some dudes like blondes, some girls like girls like girls. I was about to start singing Adam Levine, "Girls Like You." Anyways, yeah, it's just, I don't like long guns. I really don't. I have a few that I appreciate because they're either family heirlooms or they're gifts. But when it comes down to it, I would rather shoot a handgun over a long gun any day of the week. Me and the wife shot 550-yard clays today. I didn't realize you were still married. The fact that she stayed with you after you told her that if I had boobs on my back, you'd marry me, it was insane. I just getting a feel for it at the rifle range, and the guy said that was it, and he couldn't believe it. That was a hit. Nice. Shot 4-inch clay pigeons at 550 yards today. That's awesome. I'm happy for you, dude. You were shooting at 100 yards? Nice. I'm going to stick this barrel into my hat. There we go. Bruce, didn't you say that before? Or am I experiencing deja vu? He did. A part of my heart got broken today. Lol, I love rifles. I respect the shit out of rifles. It's also the same reason why I don't like lowriders and hydraulic cars, but I respect the living crap out of them. If a pistol is not optic ready, is it worth getting it milled? Depending on what it is. A Taurus G2C, no. A 1911, possibly. A Glock, hell no. Not much on carbines? No, it's really hard to explain. I don't know why. I like semi-auto, so as long as it's semi-auto, I can deal with a lot of things, such as my AR-15 or any of my other guns that I personally own and use on more than a semi-occasional basis. But when it comes down to it, no, I'm a pistol guy. You just woke up from a nappy. Be careful, in Britain, a nappy means a wipey for your bottom hole. Would I eat a raw potato on live for money? Not really. Is the Yeet Cannon optic ready? Kind of. It's kind of like Ruger or Beretta where there's a plate on top that has to come off, and then you can either get an RMR plate or a piece of pick rail plate. Raw potato with salt is good. Nah, I'm good. I'll eat tomatoes with sugar, though. How much money we talking, Rolly? I don't have that many potatoes either. I need to mouth something on the EK. I agree. Sorry, cats. I'd love to put an SRO. I'd love to put like a $600 SRO, but I reached out to Trigicon and they haven't answered me back about giving me an optic yet. Potato was a euphemism for balls. I would not eat raw balls. Thoughts on the Mossberg 940 Pro? I've only shot the regular 940. I have not shot the JM Pro. I actually prefer my 930 for the money. The 940 is fine, but when the 940s first came out, they had a little bit of a gassing problem, so I actually prefer the 930. Did I shoot that tube gun yet? Nope, I have not. I will shoot that 37 millimeter at some point, but, business, buying another car, masturbating a lot, it's taking up a lot of my time, guy. Salt and pepper on watermelon is top notch. Stop lying. It's night time for you, sir. Sorry, cats. I yawn a lot because I'm super tired. I'm super tired because I'm in super pain. I'm in super pain and I didn't sleep, and I also haven't eaten much today. I've had a plate of tortellini with some sauce, and it was runny as shite. So I'm just not feeling very good. I'm sorry. I have that. Dude, literally, it's right there. They did sponsor it. I have both the Chameleon, which is the one you're talking about. That's the Chameleon from Siley, and they just sent me their Wolf enclosed optic. Did you shoot the Sten gun? Nope. Get a Picatinny rail for the yeet and put a scope on it. Dude, get a Picatinny rail and get a freaking ACOG. You like my studio light? It's in really, really, really good weight condition. Should I add? You won the G-Force, nice, dude. Should you spice up the loads on a comp? Sometimes yes, not all the time. It depends on what the loads are, what the comp is. I'm so sorry, my friend. You're a trooper. I try to be a person. It's about all I can say is I'm a person. Plus, we're only going to go for like another 30 minutes since I started early. Sorry! I hit the power button on the phone. That was me. I'm a dumbass. I'm a big dumbass. I'm a big dumbass. Oh, I'm a dummy ass. Oh, yes, a dummy ass. A dummy ass. Sorry, that was my fault. The stream just crashed for me. No, it was my fault. I accidentally hit the power button on the side of the phone, and if you turn off your phone, it kills the live stream. I like that light, but you need a pink bulb. No. I gotta put up some LEDs. Is that an umbrella with a table lamp inside? No, it's a studio light that has collapsed over time because it's been beaten to shit, and it's got a big LED in it. Have I shot an AR-12? Not in a long time. I shot the Rock Island VR-80 a long time ago. You were this close to drinking cough syrup. Lol. Does a studio light get hot? It gets warm because it's like a 30 LED strip inside of a bulb. Definitely a budget gun. Lols. Yeah, the G-Force 25s are pretty good though. Gently used studio lamp. I got a studio lamp brand, studio lamp, $1,700. It's got a custom light filter on it. I know what I got. LEDs are bad. Yeah, they also hurt my brain, so I try not to keep it on too much, but I have it on because this giant frickin' one in the roof will blow out my eyeballs and the light sensor on my phone. I imagine it gets hot. Yes. Is there a particular food that helps when you feel sick? Honestly, no. I don't eat it all when I don't feel good. Forgot my opening. Reggie Miller! Mounted on the E-cannon. That would be funny. Fiber optic insert falls out all the time. If so, what's a good adhesive to lock it down? You should, so if your fiber optic keeps falling out, just replace it yourself. Get a lighter and a good set of fiber optics off of Amazon, dude. You don't have to send it to SIG to replace your fiber optics. Track lights and tack lights, bitches. Put the 37mm back on the wall. It's up in the front of the store right now, kind of loaded with a flashbang, so I will for next stream. Stone, how did the baptism go? According to the pictures on Discord, it seemed to go pretty well. They dunked him and let him back up. It was pretty cool. I see they sell a shotgun load that says it cleans your gun when it's shot. Sounds whack to me. It actually works. I did a video on it. It's called Clean Bore. Paul, look it up on my channel. I did one. I shot the stuff and it actually does help. It's basically like an oversized wad that goes down the bore and cleans it. Stone has been born again. He's also, being baptized is actually a pretty big deal. I was baptized as an infant, so. Real men do it in the river. Real men do it in the back room of the movie theater. My wife says I have an oversized wad. I didn't know you were married. You've been wrong before? No, it actually works. You'd be surprised. How do you strip the bluing off of a pistol? Acetone. You can sand it off. There are actually products that are designed to remove bluing. Look up Birchwood Casey. They actually make something that takes bluing off of guns. I'm bigger in the bastard, so he had a hard time pulling me back up. Nice. What pistol did you get from PSA? I picked up the Arex 01 Tactical, which is their 226 basically. Since I have the Arex Alpha up there, now I have the Arex 01 Tactical. I bought one a long time ago and traded it to my stipple guy, and he won't sell me back the one I traded him, so now I got another one. Vinegar, yes, vinegar will also strip the bluing off of a gun. Yeah, the 01 Tactical is a pretty fun gun. With a flashbang, and I picked the 229. Damn, I chose wrong. Yeah, so Exotic Ammo sent me an underbarrel and a standalone launcher, and I have the standalone launcher loaded with a flashbang for the store. Here, I'll show you guys the gun I ordered. You still here, McManus? Why is that a $900 pistol? It's not. It's like a $700 pistol, but Arex builds some of the best pistols in the world, believe it or not, even though they are kind of clones. Hold on a second. Let me see if I don't want to show you some of my information, but I don't want to dox all of us again. But yeah, it is clearly not a $900 pistol. I also don't want to show you all my order history because you don't need to know. But yeah, so this is what I picked up. Arex, it makes really good stuff, man. Hey, Cody. Doxing 2.0. I'm all for it. $8.99 is actually not a real price for these guns. This is the cheapest one. I don't know why that one went so cheap, but they actually average for the 01 Tactical with optics cuts. They average around $600 before fees, so they're actually like a $7 and a quarter gun. So getting one for $4.99 is pretty solid. It is a clone of a good pistol, but it's got a better trigger than a 226, and it's optics cut and threaded barrel for $500. I think that's a solid price. Now, don't freaking do the thing again. What's so special? Arex out of Slovenia makes really good pistols with really good materials. But the biggest thing about them is that it's a 226 optics cut, threaded barrel, and just a good solid gun. Now, most of us say enough in the chat is skilled troll could dox you in 15 minutes. 15 minutes could save you 20% or less. Right, but also if you think about it, so like a 226 optics cut, like a Legion, which is what that basically is, would be like $1,200 to $1,400 for an optics cut one with a threaded barrel. So that's why I come in. That's probably true. My 226, 229s Elites have pretty good triggers. They're not optics cut or threaded barrels, so they're not terrible for what it is at all. Yeah, exactly. And for $500, also, Goose came in and donated $400, and Lycan donated $100, so they basically paid for it. I'm sure you don't know how. Told Stone his address. Lol, me nah. Indy's safe. Oh damn! Somebody just doxed somebody's name. Hello everyone. Hope all is well. What's up, Air Max? That's true. You're into the Legion for optics and threaded barrel. Exactly. And those are the ones the Navy SEALs use. So yeah, the Navy SEAL uses the Mark 25s, the 226 Mark 25s, because they're like all weather. Also a Mark 25. Until you get into the X5 line of the 226, the Mark 25 is the only one with the real pick rail. Yeah, they switched over to Glocks. Although I thought I heard like some SOCOM units still use Mark 23s. NCIS! Mark Harmon used the Chow 9. The Chow 9. Yeah. Joe, nice pickup on the A-Rex. Now that I got it, I don't want it. I'm sure there's still some around, and since there's SO, they can use whatever they want. Yeah, that's true. How do you get the pin sight out of a 1911? Hammer time, hammer, drill, break it from the top and drill straight down. I've got an auto ordnance where some dude drilled it out and put a Glock sight in it. Goose dropped 400 and dipped. He came back for a little while. Also, because of that, I have to wear the boops for an hour on Monday. Yeah, if it's a Nighthawk, you use a Dremel. Are you home now, McManus? I'm glad you're back. Thank you. Hey, it works. No, don't wear the boobs. Oh, I'm going to wear the boobs. I'm going to start an hour early just to wear the boobs. The High Point looks like something from Star Wars. No, the Ruger Mark IV. Yeah, send me the FFL and I'll pack up your alien and your other gun. And I'll tell you how much it costs, Stone. My brain isn't working, but we got about 10 minutes. They moved, so I got to get a new copy. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, just send it on to me, and then I'll send you that stupid email you need. Stone gifting McManus the alien. What a great friend. Yep. Don't call them his. He'll never give them back, lol. Hey, I'll keep it. So, McManus, did you see the 7.5 FK Burno I've got up there? I ordered that for a buddy of mine. 7K Burno, man. There's a useless round. Effing right, Stone. You're the man. You know what? Stone's a good dude. He's made out of potato chips and Henry rifles. No, it's ugly as sin, but I want to shoot it. And I've got the 10mm barrel for my buddy, so at some point I'm going to borrow it and shoot it with 10 mil. Hello, Outriders. How are you? My Henry's heading back to Henry. I've got a Henry H001 if you need a cheap little 22 lever. That makes it worth it. I'd mess with it in 10mm. The funny thing is, too, since the 10mm is the same casing diameter as the 7.5, that you only need the barrel. And then you can also add the 9mm barrel. It also comes with the 9mm. Honestly, is the alien worth the price and even closer performing like my TSO? No, TSO will outshoot the alien. Thought Henrys were decent. They are, but sometimes they have failures. Maybe. Depends on how much, honestly. I'll let you know. It's a Woodstock H001. Is that a slipover faux suppressor or a snub nose? Is what a slipover? Oh, on the Mark IV? No, that is actually, it's designed to be a copy of the blaster that Bill Burr carries in Star Wars. Just trying to keep it or sticking it in my safe? It hasn't been fired yet, so fire it. Neither are staccatos, but you have one of those. Yeah, no, I just have my Psycho Gerson. Extend it to zone. If you can't Dremel it right, you can leave some springs and pins out. I have a knife. I'm also so tired I can't see right. I can't even read the knife. Oh, there it is. You are right. Yep. I have a feeling my tactical sport is going to be better than the alien. Oh, it will be. The alien's a fun gun to shoot, but you can ask Mouse. We shot one. It's fine. There's not many guns that compare to a CZ. Yeah, exactly. So a good tactical sport 2, the orange, the green, the red, the purple, the monkey fuckers. They're all slightly better than the alien because the alien is a reverse hammer fired trigger, where the hammer is above the barrel and backwards. So it's almost like it's the world's best bullpup trigger because it uses 3 pieces to fire it. The optic was off. Yeah. Sorry, cats. Oh, my concern with the alien is heat. Sid couldn't figure out how to mitigate the heat, so I doubt Lago can either. Oh no, dude. If you mag dump that thing, it's going to start burning your hand because the barrel is literally above the trigger, and your finger, where you rest your finger, is next to the barrel. Thoughts on the Springfield XDMs? Keep seeing them for a decent price. If you get them for a decent price, they're not a bad gun. They're just kind of outdated. Like, they don't have the best spring technology and things like that. But they do the job, man. Which makes it useless as a competition pistol, honestly. It does, man. You have to wear gloves if you want to shoot it competitively. What's the silver 1911? That is Sig Sauer's 1911X. They sent it to me for a testing and evaluation gun. It's also one of the only aliens on the planet that has had my left testicle on it. You're about to be the envy of the gun stores because I'll have a gift later. Oh, I'm hiccuping right now, cats, so I have to hold my breath. How thin is the SIG 1911 barrel? Dude, it is so thin. I think if you ran too much high-pressure ammo through it, you could potentially crack it where the rifling is. It almost looks like the rifling goes all the way through it. That's fine. I'm going to chub it. That's weird. I swear I'm not trying to yawn. Shite. Just realized the time I got to tap out. I'll probably be in tomorrow after work. All right, Alex. I don't regret buying it all, but it's not in my top 5. Yeah, no, dude. I've given you way better guns for your top 5. Your Q5 match, the TSO, the 226 Elite. All those guns are better than the Alien, in my opinion. Good night, good stream. Yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys coming in. Like I said, we're going about 5 more minutes. At 11:30, I'm going to end it because I started at 11:30. I tried to go about 3 hours, guys. That's about my limit. It's also YouTube's limit because YouTube's a bunch of turd balls. Why do you keep making fun of them? Because they're turd balls. Yeah, but you just made fun of them. They're turd balls. Oh, man. Sorry, Guardian. That's a long time. But good stream. Thank you, guys. Like I said, you guys that come back and hang out with me every day, holy shit. You guys are awesome. That's also why I think I give a lot of you good deals, like those of you that have purchased from me, just because I'm trying to make up. Bet you're going to get questions on that letter. Lol. Mrs. Mouse is eating strawberries for dinner. That actually sounds really good. If I wasn't allergic to strawberries, I'd do that. I've barely been making any shows. Bank account's happy, though. You bought me tits. Are pistol bull barrels designed for heat or improve accuracy compared to standard barrels? More to improve accuracy, but sometimes to also for heat. You picked up an UL Pro. Nice, Guardian. YouTube, more like extra lube. Lol. She's a great wife. She's a fun lady. You got yourself a good one there. And she knows where I live, so don't screw up. I'm on deck. Nah, they know I have a super rich benefactor locksmith in North Carolina. No, correction. I sent money, you bought titties. I bought titties because you sent me money for titties. You told me I have to buy the titties. I don't know why I get a lisp when I say titties, but I do. You told me that you were sending me the money to buy the boobs. I'm a cross-dresser in my word. You sent me money for boobs, I bought boobs. I'm not the one that sent me a shemale sex doll or a double-ended dildo. Got to wear the tights and stick the pink dildo down your pants. A packer? Just between the boobs to where it's barely showing. Nah. Could you find me a Maverick 88 for $250 or less? I have a Maverick 88 for $250, but you got to be in state. Did I ever find the toy supplier? No, because they all come with no receipts. They're just drop shipped from Amazon, dude. Thoughts on the 365 AXG Legion? It's a lot of money, but it's like a one and done gun. So if you really want one, they're worth it, but you have to really want it. I think the UL Comp is probably the better gun, or the UL that you picked up. Think you should wait to wear boobs for when the rainbow replica comes. Oh, there's many opportunities to wear boobs. I'm not hurting for reasons to wear the boobs. Also, when I drop weight, it makes the boobs look better. And I've lost a few pounds. I think the double header should go to the dude's mother-in-law. Everybody keeps saying that. It's a good pistol, kind of big. I think the XL macro with the XL Icarus frame is a better carry pistol. Nice. So, yeah. Did you guys see the RXM Icarus precision frame cost $500? It costs more than the gun by over $150. It's crazy. Name the poop stream Pride Month or something. No, because then that would claim that I'm like trying to like claim ally status. I'm just a dumbass cross-dresser, so that really doesn't fall into Pride Month. You can buy across state, but you know, so like I said, I've got it on my shelf for $250, but then you're gonna have to get it to your home. Where do you live, Paul? Good kill. Thank you. I just don't want to like put myself in the wrong spot. Steel frame from Bauer for the 320 is almost $1,000. I'll pass. I got 2 free frames from 2 different companies and wound up selling both of them, so I'm good. You're in New York State. Oh, yeah. I mean, if you came down, you can get it for that kind of money, but I'm not shipping it and selling it for that kind of money. And the one I have doesn't have a pistol grip. It's just a standard. All right, guys. I'm doing it again. Cats, I'm going to bed. Yeah, I'll pass on that. Bauer makes good stuff, $1,000 lower for 300 fellas. Yeah, no, when you're excessively more than the price of the firearm, it gets crazy. Good night, good night, good night. I'm gonna show you. Good night, good night, good night. I'm gonna blow you. Never mind. So, everybody say good night to yourselves. I just tried to use my light as a mouse, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't moving. Good night, buddy. Thanks for the information. No worry, cats. Good night. I appreciate the entertainment, answering the questions. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, ladies. Good night, good night, good night, good night. All right, guys. Y'all have a great one, okay?